This is Sports Radio 100.9 The Mitt, WLUN, Pinconning Bay City, Saginaw, Midland. Michigan sports aren't just a game, they're a way of life. And now we've got a show dedicated to die-hard sports fans like you. Hosted by a guy who's borderline obsessed with the wins and losses of all your favorite teams.
He's crazy.
Every weekday morning from 9 to noon, Ben Bosscher brings you the talk that matters. The teams, the stories, and the players you care about most. This is the Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair.
Remember that. Hello. God, I don't know why I yelled that. Hello, everybody. Welcome into the show. Happy Tuesday for those listening. Appreciate you being a part of our day. Appreciate you letting us be a part of your day. Lots to get to today. We got a Tuesday Tower. Worst contracts in Detroit sports.
What do you mean by that?
10 of them. We got them lined up in the form of a pyramid. Excited to get to that momentarily. Now, I just picked up on something like a couple minutes ago that the Steelers might be trading a Pro Bowl corner. I don't know if we've got time to get to that today, but is it a good fit for the Lions? Maybe we'll dabble in that topic a little bit later on in the show. We'll get to our division preview series that we've been doing. Today it's going to be the NFC West. A lot to get to. Let's start here, though. Oh, those Tigers. I got to admit something to you, Kyle, that I didn't tell you heading into the show. I got to tell you something. After last night's game, Tigers have lost 9 of their last 10. I kind of just want to break up with this team. I'm good on this team the rest of the year. I feel like they have no chance to make the postseason. Obviously, I hope I'm wrong with this, but I just don't think anyone can sit here, have a serious conversation, a genuine conversation, and try to convince somebody else that this team's going to make the playoffs. This feels done. You know, they took a shotgun shell straight to the gut about 10 days ago. They've lost 9 of their past 10 games. In the blink of an eye over the past week, this team has taken themselves out of playoff contention. 4.5 out from that final wild card spot now with everybody to pass. 31 games left. That feels like an uphill battle that is far too steep to climb on top of. You're going up against the Rays right now. You looked like you had no business being on the same field as them yesterday. The way the 8th and 9th inning ended yesterday with Howie Lee striking out on 2 pitches that totally could have just been ball 4. That could have extended, not extended the lead, but could have made things really interesting. It was 4-1, and Howie Lee had a chance to, go make that game closer in the 8th inning. And then in the 9th inning, Zach McKinstry goes down, 3 pitches, swing, miss, swing, miss, swing, miss. And Torkelson goes down by watching a changeup come right down Main Street and just sits there and watches it go by. No Riley Green still. Dylan Dingler's been a shell of himself. Torkelson's a shell of himself right now as well. When the Tigers start tonight, I don't even know if I want to turn this team on anymore. It almost feels like a waste of time. And, I'm going to end up doing it. It's part of the job. It's not like I'm going to complain about it. I just want the Lions to be here so bad, Kyle, because I can't do the rope-a-dope with this team anymore. And with the Dodgers coming to town this weekend, Scooble pitching against them Friday, I feel like it's only a matter of a few more days until this season is truly done, and we got to start dressing up in our funeral outfits to put this team to bed. I'm like in the hospital right now. We said they were in a coma yesterday. I'm in a hospital right now knowing the truth, knowing that this team is not waking up, and just basically delaying the inevitable of pulling the plug on this team's season. It's over. They don't have it. And I kind of want to break up with them, or at least pull the plug on this team. But 31 games left. The math says they're kind of still, I don't know, Kyle. I'm just over it. I'm done with this season. I got to admit it.
Man, what happened to you, Ben? You were Mr. Optimism about the Tigers a week ago.
They lost 9 to 10 games,
who
man.
cares
What am I
if they're
supposed
losing?
to do?
This season's a success. Oh, who cares? We love the rookies. They're all so good. Torkelson's
I do
awesome.
think the The rookies have balled out this year, and I think that is reason to be excited for the future going forward. But for this season specifically, and, ride or dying and on this hill of whether or not they'll make the playoffs, going along for the ride, I think the ride is over. I don't think this team has any chance to make the playoffs. Do you?
I mean, I think they have a chance to make the playoffs still. Like, I'm not saying it's completely over. I won't say that. You watch his team play, though. If you were just looking at the standings, sure, but you watch the games get played. I mean, last night's game is just, man, the amount of opportunities that they just have bad at-bats for, you know? You mentioned it, like the striking out to end the game, you get in the ninth inning, down by 3 with 2 guys on, runners on the corners, 1 out. Zach McKinstry strikeout. Spencer Torkelson has one of his worst at-bats of the year where he first off challenges a ball that was just fully in the strike zone, not even close, because you got to use the challenge, right? You might as well use the challenge. How about just don't watch a changeup that's right down the middle? Okay, I'm going to use my challenge. It's obviously a strike, whatever. And then the same exact pitch happens the next play. He looks back at the dugout like appalled, like as if, if only I had my other challenge, I would have challenged that sucker.
Yeah, brother, that was
it was
right down
strike,
Main Street,
man.
dude.
It was a strike. And how do you not swing the bat with the game on the line? It's something that we've continued to harp on Dylan Dingler for. We're going to do the same for Spencer Torkelson. So, yeah, you watch this team have their uncompetitive at-bats. There's no way that they get back into contention.
I'm with you, man. Didn't help that Framber Valdez was on the mound last night, so you automatically go down in the first inning. His ERA in the first inning is now 7.01. How's that even possible? It's more likely than not that this guy's giving up runs in the first inning. 3 years, $115 million. It's a guarantee the Tigers start out losing in the game when this guy's playing. Guarantee. I'm sick of him. I'm sick of watching Javi Baez. I know he's had his moments over his tenure with the Detroit Tigers, but God, 2 strikeouts yesterday, 1 trillion ground outs to the shortstop over the past, since he's been back over the past 3 weeks. This team has brought us on a rope-a-dope for so long with this season where they start out okay, then they go tank themselves in May, and then they bring themselves back out of it, and the day they grab a playoff spot, it's as if they hung up the towel and said, great work, boys. We got back.
Yeah, it's as if that was the goal.
They've won 1 game since then.
It's as if that was the goal, right? The goal was to get back into playoff contention rather than actually getting into the playoffs. Oh, we traded away Skubal, we traded away Mize, we sold at the deadline. Let's prove them wrong. Let's get back into this thing. And then the second that everybody started saying it'd be bad for baseball if the Tigers made the playoffs, I guess the Tigers agreed with it. Yeah.
You guys are so right.
You know what? That's true. We will miss the playoffs.
Dingler in the past 10 games where the Tigers are 1-9 is hitting 118. I don't really know what happened to him. Torkelson's hitting 69, as in 0.69. Nice. That's his batting average. And then McGonigal's 250. He's been not as bad as some of these other guys, but it's not like McGonigal has been good over this stretch. Nobody has been good.
We're not going to give him any blame, yeah.
No, I'm just even if McGonigal's on base, it doesn't matter if these guys like Dingler and Torkelson can't drive anybody home. Riley Green's not even playing right now. Kerry Carpenter's, I don't know, in France with a foot specialist or something. This team's done. It's over. 4.5 back with every team to pass in the wild card race. Yeah, I have no faith in it, especially knowing that they're got to finish out this series against Tampa, and then they got to go play the Dodgers. If they just went 1-4 over their next 5 games, I would be not shocked at all. I'm almost expecting it. This team, the one that they're sending out there right now, it's somewhat reminiscent of the team that they were sending out there in May, where it's I don't know, man. I just don't trust this team to be able to go pick up wins. This team, as it is right now, the roster they're sending out there every day with this bullpen and A.J. Hinch, his managerial decisions, I just don't think this team's good. That's why I think they're done. It's not because they're 4.5 back now. The reason I think they're done is because this team's just not good. 10 straight days. They've just been a lame team. They don't hit with runners in scoring position, 1 for 5 yesterday. When the game's on the line, they don't even swing their bat. It's like they don't want to be there. Okay, if it's going to feel like that, I don't really enjoy watching this team anymore. I don't want to watch them anymore. I just want football to be back. Give me preseason football over this nonsense that we have to watch every single day with this Tigers team. Give me a WNBA game over this. It's ridiculous. that they expect fans to show up and cheer this team on, and that's the type of performance that they're going to let on.
Little League World Series going on.
That I'd probably rather just watch the Tigers.
I mean, obviously, you've mentioned this throughout the last week or so. It hasn't been brought up in the last couple of days because there hasn't been any excitement about this team. But the reason that you were still attached to them is the fun use of the rookies and everything. Well, all of them have also cooled down as well, which we're not going to blame them. You know, it's not like they need to be. But the amount of young guys and rookies on this team, at some point, what was a fun, amusing part of the season, you kind of knew it had to catch up to them. Like, you're relying on so many guys who have not a lot of big league experience right now that have not ever played this amount of baseball games in their career either.
And I think that is fine if you have guys like Torkelson and Riley Green and Dylan Dingler in the heart of your lineup, so you're not just relying on the rookies. And Kerry Carpenter you can throw into that mix as well. In Glaber, like if you have all of those guys and the rookies get to just add in here and there and their ancillary pieces to your lineup, with the exception of McGonigal, that's where the rookies can thrive. When you start asking the rookies to be the best players in the game and be the guys who are making the difference on a game-to-game basis, that's where you're going to ultimately be let down by the rookies and not feel like they had great seasons because you're relying and asking way too much of them right now. I mean, like, we're bashing Hao-Yu Lee for his at-bat in the 8th inning that ended up ending the 8th inning with him being the game-tying run at the plate. It's like, we're just expecting. This guy's hitting over 400 with runners in scoring position this season, and he doesn't come through once, and now we're bashing him because he's who the Tigers have put in a position to win these games because everybody's hurt or has disappeared, i.e. Dylan Dingler and Spencer Torkelson. What happened to those guys? I'm not mad at the rookies. What happened to those guys? I'm mad at Riley Green's hamstring. I'm upset with Torkelson, who can't hit who doesn't even want to swing right now. You can throw Dylan Dingler into that camp too, because his whole cold streak started when he just refused to swing at a ball with the game on the line. What was that, a week and a half ago against Cleveland?
It was like the start of, like, it was when you fully started to recognize the Dingler, oh man.
He's not the same guy anymore.
Yeah, what's going on? And it just hasn't ended.
989-837-6125. If I gave you a get-out-of-jail-free card, I gave you a pass to just break up with them the rest of the season. I'm not calling you a fake fan. It doesn't mean you're a fake fan. And, only the diehard fans watch the whole... No, none of that. If I gave you an out, you don't have to watch this team anymore the rest of the season. They're going to finish with like 72 wins. They're going to miss the playoffs. You don't really miss anything. You taking it? You breaking up with this team? Because part of me wants to. Real bad right now. Even though they're on their deathbed, waiting for the plug to be pulled. I think there's almost a 0% chance that this team can make the playoffs. Almost zero. And that was coming from someone who's been fairly optimistic about their playoff chances post the Tarek Skubal trade. Optimistic, be as optimistic as you want. If you lose 9 of 10 games this late into the season, you're probably not making the playoffs. Would you break up with them if you had the chance? 989-837-6125. This is the Ben Bosscher Show live here on 100.9 The Minute. The show, as always, is brought to you by Bresky Siding and Building Repair. Protect your home with Bresky Siding and Building Repair, the experts who do the job right the first time. Whether you have a leaky roof, storm damage, siding looking a little tired, Bresky has you covered. Locally owned, trusted, and dedicated to keeping Midland area homes safe and looking sharp. Quality materials, skilled craftsmanship, and service that puts your family first. Don't wait for the next storm. Call Bresky Siding and Building Repair today and keep your home strong for years to come. 9 o'clock hour brought to you by Iron Stack Technology. They help businesses solve real tech problems securely, efficiently, and without the headache. When your IT is working the way it should, everything else gets easier. That's Iron Stack Technology, solution-driven, mission-focused. Check them out online at ironstacktechnology.com.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9. by Breakup Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid.
All right, I'm giving you a pass. If you want out of this relationship with the 2026 Tigers, no one's going to call you a fake fan. No one's going to call you a fair weather fan. No one's going to say you're a bandwagon. I'm giving you an out. 31 games left. You can skip out on all of them if you want. I promise you this team's not making the playoffs. They'll finish with 73, 74 wins. This AAA roster, the way it is set up right now. Like, you know what this feels like? Remember earlier this year when... what was it? It was like Kerry Carpenter, Gleyber Torres, and then there was one other person, Javi, all started for the Mudhens in one game. It was like, this lineup's crazy because it has Clark in there, Max Anderson. It was just a loaded team. It was like, this looks like a big league rush. That's what they're playing with right now. It's a AAA roster with a bunch of a few big leaguers in there. But for the most part, it's not a ton of people who have solidified themselves as big league guys, like Brett Callahan and Ben Malgiri. Like, these are everyday player for the Tigers right now. That team's not going to do enough to get into the playoffs, the uphill fight that they have to climb the rest of the way. So I'm giving you a get-out-of-jail-free card if you'd like to take it. 989-837-6125. I got a text that says, Breakup, you can take the couch, you can take the TV, you can take the dog, just let me out. Yeah, that's what it does feel like watching these Tigers games.
Wow, you can take the dog, too. That's how you know you're
Gave
ready.
up on the dog real quick, dude. You didn't even fight
Ready
for that
to be
one.
done for sure if that's the case. I mean, that's what usually most people care about the most.
You didn't even fight for the dog. Take it. I just want to be out of this.
See the dog. Is that like the equivalent of like, you can take Max Clark, too. I don't care.
No,
you can take McGonigal.
We are not putting those guys up for sale. It's frustrating because you get to the 7th or 8th inning of these games and it's like 4-1 yesterday. You know exactly how it's going to end. You know for a fact they're not getting this done. And yet you sit there for 2.5 hours and like torment yourself watching it.
Yeah, and then if it was 4-1 the other way, you would do the same
you know
thing.
Exactly
you
how
know
it's
exactly
gonna
what's going to happen. You know, like you
Kyle
would just
Finnegan's
be sitting
coming
there
in the 8th and ruining
gripping
the game.
your couch, just like terrified of what's going to happen. So either way, it's a lose-lose.
Got a text that says, not breaking up with them, need to see them make any sort of comeback whatsoever. Yeah, I got news for you, man. I just don't think that's going to happen.
You know what? But I appreciate it.
I do too.
Because at the end of the day, they are still alive, technically. You know, like it isn't over yet. So for any fans that have any sort of optimism or still feel like, you know what, it's baseball. Anything can happen. Sure. At least there's some people that think that way.
Their heart's beating. Knock, knock. Nobody's home upstairs. This team's like in a coma. They are not conscious. They do not hear what you're saying. Their heart may be beating. They may be alive. Knock, knock. Nobody's home upstairs. 989-837-6125. You're starting to sound like you kind of think they still have a chance.
I never said that. They do have a chance still. I don't personally believe it, but once again, like the number still tells you that they have a chance. Now the losing 6 in a row number, would probably tell you that they don't have a chance. They certainly are not going to have any shot at winning the division anymore. When the Seattle Mariners, who have just been embarrassed at a national level over the last week or so, are now a game and a half above you. Yeah, that doesn't really represent a good formula to make in the playoffs. I mean, their playoff percentages dropped by 2% yesterday, just by losing one game, because all these other teams have gotten, picked up some more wins yesterday. Cleveland is red hot. So I'm starting to look at a new, because the take that you and I have just continuously disliked throughout all of this Tigers trade deadline, and now that they have gone on this losing streak, is they shouldn't have traded Scuba, they shouldn't have traded Mize. I have the opposite take. They should have traded.
Thank God they did.
No. They should have traded Gleyber Torres. Why did they not trade Gleyber Torres?
This team would be real bad without him right now.
Would they? Because he hasn't been real good. He's got a 650 OPS since the trade deadline.
Oof.
Was that worth keeping around?
Probably not.
Was that worth keeping around to lose 9 of 10? To lose 6 games in a row to keep Gleyber Torres around?
If somebody
were just going to lose in the offseason?
Somebody would have taken Kenley Jansen, too. I would have been fine with that.
Yeah, I don't know if someone would have taken
Will
Kenley
Vest.
Jansen or not. Well,
Any of
Will
these
Vest
guys.
is out
Or not
for the
Will
year,
Vest.
but
Finnegan. Like, at this point, I don't know how you can still be saying they shouldn't have traded Skubal away, because look at what how many games can you point to? And his last start is a perfect example of this. His last start with the Tigers, where he could pitch 6 or 7 flawless innings, and then the bullpen comes in and ruins it. Keeping Skubal or Mize, or both, I don't think that would have changed the outcome of this season. This team clearly was not going to make the playoffs. And I know there was a glimpse of hope in there, and I certainly bought into it, that this team could get into the postseason and do some damage. Everybody got, you keep Skubal and Mize, guess what? Riley Green still gets hurt. Dylan Dingler still disappears. Spencer Torkelson still disappears. All that stuff still happens to where right now, the moment we're living in, not only is the bullpen bad, per usual, the offense isn't good over the past 10 games, and I don't see it getting better unless Dingler and Torkelson figure it out, which no signs of life from those two.
Yeah.
And the starters aren't even as good as they used. Jackson Jobe has not been as great as we thought he was going to be. Melton has taken a half step backwards. Fromber is still just you cross your fingers and pray.
Yeah. They're not
every
healthy.
time he walks out there.
The
yeah,
rotation is not healthy.
Jack Flaherty's on IL right now. It's just Montero. I don't know what's going on with Montero. He's not hurt, but we're pushing back his start by multiple days. Huh? Why? Seems like he's hurt then. This team doesn't have a strength as it is right now. That's why I'm basically writing them off as never waking up from this coma that they're in. And maybe they're not statistically eliminated from this thing until a week, 2 weeks, 2 days left in the season. I just don't think this team has enough the way that it's set up right now. Now, maybe if Riley Green came back tomorrow, that solves everything. Perhaps, but it's far-fetched. You're just hoping at that point. There's no strategy there.
And even is there any sign that he's going to come back tomorrow? No.
He ran on the field yesterday before the game. Yay. 989-837-6125. This is the Ben Bosscher Show live here on 100.9 The Mitt. We'll get to our Tuesday Tower when we come back. Worst contracts in Detroit sports. Spoiler alert, guy on the mound yesterday makes the list. Hey, quick heads up for all the parents and athletes out there. If you've got kids gearing up for fall sports, Gray Lake Spine and Medical has you covered with sports physicals. They make the process fast, easy, stress-free, no long waits, no bouncing all over town. Plus, you're not just checking a box. Their medical team looks at the overall movement, flexibility, and injury prevention to help athletes stay healthy all season long. Whether it's school sports, travel teams, or rec leagues, Great Lake Spine and Medical is a great local option to get it done right and on time. Appointments are easy to schedule. Get those physicals done now and be ready for game day. You realize high school football starts this weekend? That's crazy, man.
So does college football.
Week 0, baby. The greatest appetizer of all time. It's the Ben Bosscher Show here on The Mitt.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Breakup Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt. Breakup Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid.
All right, welcome back into the show, everybody. 989-837-6125. It's time for the Tuesday Tower. Worst contracts in Detroit sports. Kyle, go ahead and throw the graphic up onto the YouTube stream for our audience on the radio side of things. I'll do my best to try to explain this thing. We've got 10 different contracts ranked in tiers. The first tier has 1, second tier has 2 teams, third tier has 3 teams, fourth tier has 4 teams, top 10 in the form of a pyramid. The worst contract that we have in Detroit sports is not Framber Valdez. It's Javier Baez, who you almost forget is on that crazy contract. He's been around for so long. And it's not as bad as it once was, or is it? 6 years, $140 million. That's what he originally signed for. He's got 1 more year left after this season. And I will say, Javi has had some great moments in Detroit, whether it's the walk-off on opening day, the walk-off home run against the Red Sox last year where he hit 2 home runs in that same game, all-star appearance, all the center field stuff, all the defensive plays that he's made. There's been some magical El Mago moments. And he also was weirdly clutch. These are his batting averages while he's with the Tigers. 296 with runners in scoring position. 296, 312, 308, 293, and then it dropped to 220 this season. So, like, overall, pretty good. All right, so why is he the worst contract in sports then, in Detroit sports? Because during his Tigers tenure, he is a 628 OPS overall, which is the 3rd worst of any player with 500 games played over that stretch. 3rd worst. $140 million. 477 strikeouts. 2 more last night, so make it 479 to 76 walks. And still somehow he's the 31st highest paid hitter in baseball this season. By the way, him over the past 10 games, sub 100 hitter. That's the worst contract in Detroit sports. Sorry, Javi. Number 2, the second tier. It's just called the big fellas. Ali McNeil and Framber Valdez. I think over the offseason, I've made my stance on Ali McNeil pretty clear. He's got to bounce back and look like the 2024 version of himself, or else this is the worst contract on the Lions. I think that's very plausible to happen. That he takes a huge step forward and looks like a borderline Pro Bowl guy who's a dancing bear and wreaks all sorts of havoc and opens up the rushes for Hutchinson and the linebacker. Like, all that's plausible. You got to go do it, though. This guy ranked in the 90s last year for defensive grade and run stop grade on PFF. Like, he was a negative impact player on the Lions last season. $28 million cap hit this upcoming season. Overall, it's a 4-year, $97 million deal. He's got to show up. Has to, or else it's a awful contract. Framber, that's a guy who's getting paid similar money, 3 years, $115, and just hasn't shown up. I mean, we dumped on him pretty good in the first 2 segments. Has a 7.01 ERA in the first inning this season. A 7.01 ERA to open up the game. It's like a guarantee that the Tigers start out every Framber Valdez game down 1-0 at this point, which is one of the more frustrating ways to enter a game. You know, if you don't score in the first inning, that lead is vanishing rather quickly. Also with Framber Valdez, 4.35 ERA on the season. It's a career worst whip, career worst strikeout rate. Like, you name the stat, it's a career worst or at least the worst in the last 5 years since he was like a really young player. That's Framber Valdez. So him and Ali McNeil are on that second group.
Shout out to Ali McNeil for getting a new headshot, though.
Yeah, with the headband on.
Yeah.
I think a lot of these Lions guys got new headshots this year. The third tier is just called the Scott Harris tier. Jack Flaherty, Justin Verlander, Kenley Jansen, all free agents signed by Scott Harris, none of which have went all that well. Yeah, you can say, like, hey, Jack Flaherty's put some good stretches together. Last year, he signed a 2-year, $45 million contract. There was like a team option or player option in there as well. So he's expiring. But I tallied up every month that he has pitched what his ERA is. And in total, over the past 2 seasons, there has been 10 different months that he has pitched in. 4 of those 10 months, he's had an ERA over 5. Now, he's had two of those months he's had an ERA under 3. So, like, there has been some good with him. But if you're going to be paid all that money, for you to just be, like, a really bad pitcher 40% of the time, I'm good. Top 20 highest paid pitcher in the sport this season as well. So he's on the list. Justin Verlander's on the list. Tough to say it, but he is. 1 year, $13 million deal. He's pitched 3 2/3 innings. He gave up 5 runs. He had a few bullpen sessions. He made an all-star appearance, and then I'm pretty sure the Tigers have just given up on him pitching again. Maybe he'll go out there the last day of the season when the season's inevitably over. And then Kenley Jansen I have in here as well, another Scott Harris gem. 1 year, $11 million, 5 blown saves, 12th highest paid relief pitcher in baseball this season. I don't love the way that they use him, to be fair. He's pitched 4 different days this season on back-to-back appearances, back-to-back days. He's pitched 8 times on 1-day rest. That's usually where it kind of blows up, those two combinations. 38 years old, 4.19 ERA. That's just god-awful for a closer. Doesn't really bring the heat anymore either. Then the last tier. Only Lions and Tigers on this, by the way. There's not really any bad contracts on the Pistons, and the Red Wings guys didn't really make enough money for there to be a bad contract. The last tier I have Kyle Finnegan, who's finishing up a 2-year, $19 million deal. Scott Harris didn't sign him. He traded for him. Still a contract nonetheless. 8 blown saves this year, leads Major League Baseball. Somehow only has 2 saves on the season. Limited opportunities. 41 to 32 strikeout to walk ratio for a closer. Just doesn't get strikeouts. Doesn't get swing and miss. Gets crushed. He has 12 different games where he's pitched more than 1 inning, which, again, just don't love that from relief pitchers. 34 years old. Can't throw gas anymore. 26 times he's pitched on 1-day rest. It's typically how it's going to go. Again, I don't love the way that Hinch has managed these bullpens. Kirby Joseph, I have on this bottom tier as well. 4 years, $86 million. Here's the catch. He signed through 2033 with all these void years, but the cap hit by year isn't all that tragic. This year it's $5 million. Next year it's $9 million, $13 million, $18 million. That's the big one. $13 million, $11 million, $8 million, $4 million. So you're really on the books with Kirby Joseph for 8 years, which, saying that out loud, maybe it should be higher. There's just not 1 year where it really
whose career might be over?
Might be, might not be. We don't know. We don't know.
Right.
Not great. Not great. Derek Barnes, 3-year, $24 million. He's an expiring contract, but also has an extra 4 years of void. Never for more than $2.5 million, however. Just a lot to be desired with Derek Barnes, who graded out as the 44th graded linebacker last season. So, obviously not as big of a name as some of these other guys on this list, but you got to get to 10. And then Cade Mays I have on here as well. 3 years, $25 million. It's a pretty good contract considering Linderbaum got $81 million and McGovern got $52 million this past offseason. Both play center. The catch is I have no idea if this guy's good at football, and he's already hurt. So there you go. That's my top 10 worst contracts in Detroit sports. Your initial thought?
It feels like Framber Valdez should be at the top of this, just based off of a recency bias type of thing. You know, the Javi Baez contract we knew was bad pretty early on. And it has improved. You know, like it's gotten to like, oh, it's not that bad anymore. But yet it was so bad for a while, that's why you still have it here. I mean, Javi Baez was, like, I do ultimately agree that you have him at the top. Legit was the second worst player in all of baseball in year 2 of this contract. Mm-hmm. Had the second worst OPS in the sport. Tim Anderson somehow was worse. He was god-awful. Wasn't being paid as much as that. And then the year after, Javi Baez was way worse. Just wasn't a qualified hitter. He had a minus 1.2 WAR in 2024. Just unbelievably bad Javi Baez was. And once he got injured and was bad, all of a sudden the Tigers are starting to play good baseball. And then they go on this big-time run. Interesting stuff. He has turned it around, but yeah, I mean, a 516 OPS in 2024.
I mean, dude,
516.
That shows you how bad it was, too, because even, like I said, all 5 years combined, only 2 players have worse OPSs than him. It's gotten better, but, like, congratulations, you're no longer the worst hitter in all of baseball. You're now the 100th or the 50th worst hitter in all of baseball of, like, 1,000 players that qualify for this.
I think the context of the Framber Valdez contract, there's an argument that it is worse. The Javi Baez thing was just like, randomly, it was when Al Avila is still in charge, and obviously Chris Ilitch and that ownership group is still in charge. They randomly just want to act like they're buyers.
Yeah.
You know,
we have money to spend, so let's spend
Carlos Correa, like Miguel Cabrera's contract is about to be off the books. Like, we're going to go get Carlos Correa. They never seriously were going to get him. I guess it kind of worked out. They didn't do that either because it's not like he has been good since that offseason. So they pivot to Javi Baez. And they were just trying to get some sort of jolt out of the terrible era of the late 2010s and early 2020s of Detroit Tigers baseball. Sure. The Framber Valdez signing has much bigger implications, I think, than the Javi Baez one did.
He was signed here to be the ace of the team.
He was signed here to be the Skubal replacement. Most guaranteed money by a left-handed pitcher in MLB history.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this contract was pretty historical that they did it, and it was huge that it was like, whoa, okay, this could mean a multitude of different things. Either that they want to pair up Tarik Skubal and Framber Valdez, they want to go for this all-in season. All of the things that we said, this could mean this, they all were wrong. Literally all of them. Framber Valdez is the ace replacement for Tarik Skubal. Do we still think that?
No, he's the 5th best pitcher in the rotation.
Yeah. Framber Valdez is going to be this big-time duo with Tarik Skubal that's going to be the best duo in the American League, and it's going to push them into some great standings race and potentially win the World Series.
No,
None of that ever existed.
I throw up when I see he's the projected pitcher for the night of the game.
None of that ever existed. Framber Valdez even going forward, like we don't even view him, obviously he's going to be on the team, and I sure hope that he's going to have a better year next season, but we don't view him like into this group of, even when we look at next year's team, when we're like, next year's team should be pretty good. You've got Job, you've got Melton, you've got Montero, Reese Olson's coming back. No one even brings up Framber Valdez's name. If you would have told me that preseason, I would have said, this is absolutely not only the worst contract in Detroit, it's one of the worst contracts given out in all of sports.
Look at the pyramid too, like big picture wise. There's 4 Lions and 6 Tigers. Again, there's not a bad contract on the Pistons yet, and the Red Wings guys.
You like the John Collins contract?
I think it's fine.
That's the only one really you could have any argument about.
Yeah, but like the 4 Lions, Ali McNeil, the only reason he's on this right now, injury. Kirby Joseph, injury. Cade Mays, injury. Like, those are the reasons that they're on this list, because ultimately an injury does make it a not so desirable contract. All the Tigers guys, I mean, Verlander's like, I guess kind of different because he's, I don't even know. These are all just like bad moves by Scott Harris, and they're all arms. Look at every arm that's on this list. Framber Valdez, terrible signing by Scott Harris. Jack Flaherty, not a good signing by Scott Harris. Justin Verlander, for the 2nd consecutive season, they signed someone who provided nothing to this Tigers team. Alex Cobb last year, Justin Verlander this year. Kenley Jansen, awful contract. $11 million to come suck every 9th inning. And then Finnegan's a guy he traded for. He didn't go sign. But what? Scott Harris, for as much as we give him credit for his ability to go develop bats in the farm system, I think he's done an incredible job at that. His eye for talent in free agency, specifically with the arms and the pitchers, I mean, this speaks to itself. It feels like he has a 10% hit rate on guys that he signs in the offseason regarding pitchers that are supposed to suit up for the Tigers. None of these guys ever work out.
That's essentially what Pizza Man in the YouTube chat says. He says the worst contract in Detroit is whatever Scott Harris contract is.
989-837-6125. We'll hit the news. We'll circle back to this. Got to get to our division preview. Lot to get to here the rest of the show, but that is our Detroit sports worst contract pyramid. It's the Ben Bosscher Show live here on 100.9 The Mitt. Show, as always, is brought to you by Breakup Siding and Building Repair. Ant activity, it's at its peak across Michigan, and once ants find moisture or food inside your home, they can quickly establish trails that lead indoors. Whether you're dealing with pavement ants, carpenter ants, or other common species, early treatment will help stop colonies before they become a bigger problem. At 4 Seasons Exterminating, we provide professional ant control with lawn care, mosquito treatment, termite service, bed bug treatment, wildlife control, and more. Call 4 Seasons Exterminating today or visit our website to schedule your service.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Breakup Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt. on 100.9 The Mid.
Nine 837-612-5. Let's make sure we got everything that happened yesterday. We will circle back to the Tuesday Tower. We'll circle back to the Detroit Tigers and why I want to break up with them. But first, let's hit the news.
The Mits Morning Catch.
Oh, what up, Kyle?
Oh, what up, Ben?
What's up, my guy?
Here we go. Time for the news. Let's take a look at the community calendar presented by Breakup Siding and Building Repair. As always, this is also the last time we're going to be able to say this season, Ben. The Loons are back home this week at Dow Diamond. It's the final homestand of the season. Oh, my goodness. How are we already here? We said high school football already starts this week, college football. We are at that time of the year. It's also the last homestand at Dow Diamond. A ton of fun stuff going on Tuesday through Sunday. You're not going to want to miss it. It's supposed to be good weather, and they're also in a playoff push.
Yeah.
Half game back of the final playoff spot right now, so it's going to be playoff-style baseball this week. They're playing the Lansing Lugnuts, an in-state team, so definitely come out to Dow Diamond at any point this week because it's the last time you can this year, unless, of course, we have playoff baseball.
Yeah, we got 2 for Tuesday tonight, back to school night. We got hockey night in Midland tomorrow.
Saginaw Spirit.
That's right, the
What if
Saginaw
our boy
Spirit.
Dylan Clark's going to be here?
I bet you he will be. We've got Bark in the Park on Thursday, and then Friday's our makeup for Star Wars night. Saturday's our makeup for Michigander night, which is going to be our Dogman night, and then Sunday is our makeup for our Grand Carnival night, plus fan appreciation. So jam-packed week here at Dow Diamond.
A lot of rain this year, man.
I think we set the record for most amount of tarp pulls.
Glad we're getting all these fun theme nights in, though. So, yeah, come out to Dow Diamond this week. 7:05 first pitches all week long, and then a 1:05 on Sunday.
And our guy Kyle's on-field hosting this weekend.
I am, because Ben turned it down.
I turned it down.
I'm just playing every role, you know? I'm just like the all-time wild card.
All-time Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, exactly.
Like LeBron in basketball.
So you're saying I'm the LeBron of the Mitt?
You're the LeBron of this building, yeah. I would say so.
I'll absolutely take that. What would that make you? You're
You're
like the...
I don't know what that would make
Are
me.
you like the James Harden of the...
Because I have no postseason success?
Yeah, I don't really know why I even said that. Speaking of NBA, here we go. Jalen Duren. We got something with him. Bleacher Report putting out one realistic blockbuster trade that should happen before the NBA season.
Yep, Bleacher Report.
Yep.
So good at these.
Gotta love these. They're always so good. Now they say this has come after the Tim McMahon and Vincent Goodwill podcast clip where they said, I don't want to say too much, but the Duren Pistons thing has gotten pretty bad and it might go somewhere else, you know? So they decided, let's hypothesize a trade. Now, the team that they trade Jalen Duren to, I did not see this one coming. Here we go.
God.
Here's the trade. The Detroit Pistons are trading Jalen Duren to the Milwaukee Bucks in exchange for Miles Turner, stretch big center that was signed with Milwaukee last offseason, Ryan Rollins, who is an up-and-coming young guard for them, probably the best guard on their team right now, and a 2031 first-round pick for Jalen Duren. Here's before I get Ben's thoughts, why the Pistons should do it. They definitely just say that this values them getting a stretch big. If they're going to replace Duren with anything, it probably should be something like that. And Ryan Rollins brings that sense of creation that the Pistons are desperately lacking off of their bench. And then why the Bucks do it is to pair up Tyler Hero with Jalen Duren, I guess.
This is just this makes the Pistons a worse team. Miles Turner
For
is
sure it does.
A nothing on defense at this point in his career.
Blocks a lot of shots.
That doesn't make him a good defender,
I'm
though.
just saying.
And like just way less of an offensive hub. Yeah, he can stretch the floor and space the floor and hit some threes. That doesn't make him a better player than Jalen Duren does. No, thank you. I'm good. I assume you are as well.
Yeah, I would love Ryan Rollins, though.
Ryan Rollins is nice.
Michigan kid as well, so. Anyways, just thought that'd be good. Anyways, let's talk about what's going on in college right now because it's just continuously getting more and more frustrating. The SEC put out a statement yesterday, and that comes with some Big Ten news that we just got right now. The SEC putting out the statement that pro athletes should not return to college competition. Obviously, they are, because that tight end from the Cleveland Browns is rejoining LSU. And yesterday, I just love how these are phrased, former Saints defensive lineman Xavier Harris has committed to play for LSU. Now, this is because he played at Ole Miss last year under Lane Kiffin, went to the draft, went undrafted, signed with the Saints, decided, I'm not even going to try to make the roster anymore. I'm leaving the Saints. The funniest part about this Xavier Harris one is that when Lane Kiffin left Ole Miss for LSU, Harris was still a part of the Ole Miss squad. He was one of the guys that bashed Lane Kiffin for leaving to go to LSU from Ole Miss. Now he's going to play for him at LSU, and with an NFL team wedged in the middle of that.
It's funny that the SEC has come out and said, well, this shouldn't happen, and the Big Ten today said, well, NFL players shouldn't be allowed to play college football, and then they both just continue to do it.
Yeah.
With no accountability.
Which I don't know if the Big Ten has any of these guys right now, but yes, the Big Ten is set to pass a rule today that won't allow players that have gone to the NFL to return and play for any Big Ten school.
See what Ryan Day said yesterday about it?
I don't think so.
He was like, I don't like it, but we would do it if we could for Ohio State.
Honestly, I don't blame him saying that. The rules are in place. Why not take advantage of them?
I think
a messed up system.
I don't think Cignetti ever would. I'm just saying.
You're right. I don't think he ever would either. What about Kyle Whittingham? He would probably just say, well, as long as, we get to take it one game at a time. And,
He's like, I don't really understand why this is a big deal, honestly.
Well, if Ohio State got to do it, that's okay, because we're not focused on Ohio State until that game comes around. So we're focused on
Western Michigan.
Right, Kyle Whittingham. Last thing here, and this just kind of piggybacks off of this whole statement. This is affecting college basketball as well, because the former 2025, keep that in mind, 2025 Big East Player of the Year, R.J. Lewis, John's boy from St. John's, is returning to play basketball for LSU this year. He did not play college basketball at all last year. He was in the NBA G League for the whole season.
Come on, bro.
And now he is
doing?
Coming back to college basketball for another year. He was granted the injunction. Yeah. Okay, we'll save the rest for later.
I'm at a loss for words as to what to do with this.
I hate college sports.
I'm seriously though, Kyle, I'm at a loss of words as to what's going on. Who thinks this is a good idea or it's good for the sport that we're bringing back players that have graduated to come play again? College basketball, college football. It's the Ben Bosscher Show live on the Mitt.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Breakup Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
This is Sports Radio 100.9 The Mit. WLUN, Pinconning Bay City, Saginaw, Midland.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't front. I don't lie. I don't cap. I have no desire to watch the Tigers tonight. Zero. Will I end up doing it? Yeah, probably. This team's just not good right now. Why am I signing up to watch 2.5 hours of misery? Bad defense. Your star players in the heart of their lineup can't make contact with the baseball anymore. Javi Baez, strikeout or ground out to shortstop. It's a guarantee every time. Torkelson's watching balls go by with the game on the line. Just right down the middle, changeup. If only I had a challenge. Brother, it was right down the middle. Why wouldn't you even swing at it? Dingler's become one of the worst players in the league. In blink of an eye. Brought him into MVP conversations, and he, deer in the headlights, just went away. All these rookies that I have praised and have stated that the season has been a success because of these said rookies. They are now being relied upon to be everyday heart of the lineup players on this team, which is just, it's going to put them in a position to where they don't look as good as they should. Because the guys that are supposed to be the heart of the lineup, the guys that are supposed to be the everyday players, the big leaguers that let the rookies be ancillary pieces to this team, those guys have vanished right in front of our eyes. Riley Green's hamstring, gone. Dylan Dingler's ability to hit the baseball, gone. Spencer Torkelson's desire to play baseball, gone. In the blink of an eye, it all happened at the exact same time. They beat Cleveland in a series, and then, bam, all three of those things happen. And they've won one single game since then. Sweep to Chicago. You lose to Pittsburgh. You get swept by the Royals, the worst team in the division. You lose game one against Tampa last night. You had a couple opportunities to go make the game close in the 8th and 9th inning, and what do? Nothing. 1 for 5 with runners in scoring position yesterday. How Lee strikes out in the 8th inning as the game-tying run at the plate. Just easily could have walked. Twice. Had 2 different pitches where he easily could have walked. Swung at both of them. And then Zach McKinstry in the 9th inning strikes out in 3 pitches. Torkelson, like I said, just watches strike 3 come right down Main Street. Has no effort to swing at it. Is it really that wrong of me? And I don't think this makes me a fair weather fan. I don't think this makes me a fake fan. I think it makes me a realist that there's 31 games left. This team is constructed right now the way it is. They're not making the playoffs. Like, they're in a coma, and they're not waking up from it. Their heart is still beating, but no one is home upstairs, Kyle. There's nothing going on between this team's ears. Nothing going on in A.J. Hinch's mind right now. Like, there's a triple-A roster. It's a triple-A team the way it's set up right now if Dingler and Torkelson are going to keep playing the way that they are. And if Javi Baez is going to keep playing the way that he is. Every single one of the veterans on this team has been such a letdown over the past 10 games in which they have single-handedly taken themselves out of the playoff race. They claim a playoff spot. They take 6 steps backwards immediately. 6 losses in a row. I don't think it makes anyone a fair weather fan to just say, I'm good the rest of the season. There's nothing that I can do. There's so much better things I can do with my nights than watch this stupid Detroit Tigers team that stayed alive as long as they could, and then the wheels fell off the bus right after they beat Cleveland.
Yeah, you got Big Brother to watch, right?
I got Big Brother.
You could rather be doing that, you know?
It's Sunday, Wednesday, Thursday, but not today.
Yeah, I mean, I think the most disappointing part, like if this season would have went in the way that they were bad in May and it kind of just continued, they weren't like historically bad, but it just continued in the way that where it was obvious they were going to be sellers, and they still got to this point where Max Clark gets called up and all these other collection of rookies get called up and that, we'd be sitting here right now not very upset. I mean, maybe upset at the season as a whole, but it wouldn't be the same type of being mad like we are currently because they got back into it.
Saying if they were on pace for like 79 wins and missed the playoffs. Like that, basically?
I mean, is that not what they're on pace for right now?
If they keep losing at this rate, they're going to lose a lot
more
than 79
games. I'm saying
games.
Worse than that. I'm saying like if they never were this really good team in June and July.
I see what you mean.
And they just continued to be bad after May and be one of the worst teams in the league and then sold. Yeah, we would have been more upset at the season as a whole, but we wouldn't have this type of feeling right now where after what did we say the biggest, like our number one goal and the coolest thing that could have happened post-trade deadline was after getting rid of Skubal and Mize? Go on a playoff run.
Yeah.
Like how sweet would have that been for all the, just with Tarek Skubal, oh, you should buy this and that. We don't have to. We don't need you. It would have been an awesome feeling to do that. And the fact that they like basically did the steps to get to that point and all they needed to do was hit cruise control and just be fine the rest of the year and they at least would have been in the mix to make the playoffs. No, they slammed on the brakes, like literally brick on the brakes, and that's where they are right now, parked in the middle of the freeway.
With no tires on. With their driver who has been ejected from the seat, the driver's seat.
And they've ran out of gas as well.
And they're low on oil.
And there's not a gas station for miles. Like that's where they are
their
currently.
Car broke down, man. That's just exactly what happened. And do you really want to be the person to fix it up and spend the time and care and energy into watching it get fixed up? Not really, because I feel like that's just going to be an off-season thing. Like this season to me,
it always should have been an off-season thing.
Over.
Like that's the thing. What were they going to do right now to fix the team, whether they were good or bad? Nothing.
Nothing.
Whatever's going to happen with the future of this team obviously was going to be an off-season thing, and that's what the big circle is around right now. Like, what is the 2026 off-season going into the 2027 season going to look like? As long as that you're allowed to have an off-season,
right?
That's what's the huge thing that's coming for the Tigers post-trade deadline. The issue is, in between trade deadline and that offseason, we had a glimpse of hope about the team we're actually playing. And I get it. I know people in our YouTube chat always say it. Tigers fans in general, we're so hyper-fixated on the next season. Oh, but next season they'll be good. I get it. It's very frustrating.
What do you want us to do right now, though? Like it's a cycle that most teams just kind of end up in. Like, what do you want me to say right now? Do you want me to continue? How long do you want me to sit here and say we should have done this, we should have done that this season, when the only thing we can focus on the rest of the way is the next season because this year is over? You know what I mean? And sorry to cut you off there, Kyle, but it's like, oh, some people are so focused on next year. Okay, let's focus on this year then. What do you got to say other than it's over? Because it's over. What else is there to say about this year? And I'm not calling you out specifically.
No, I know.
It just gets frustrating. Oh, all these Tigers fans are concerned about next year. What should I be concerned about with this year? Do you want me to sit here? Like, what are we doing? What's the point of having those conversations? It's done. It's over. And I think I've made peace with it. 989-837-6125. Got a text that said they need to break up with Torkelson, to be honest.
No, I don't think they need to break up with Torkelson because a breakup infers that it's a mutually sided, oh, we are going to work through this together. They need to ghost him.
Oh, it's just a straight ghost?
Yeah.
The worst thing you can do to somebody else?
Hey, we hanging out tonight?
No answer.
Nothing. Hey, what are you doing? Text him next. Wait, hey, how have you been?
Nothing.
Oh, what are you doing later this evening?
Eventually, the delivered
I was taking a nap.
Not even popping up.
Maybe they're sleeping. Maybe their phone's been dead. No, you got to go, Spencer Torkelson, man.
It's
about time. Look,
I'll be so livid if that guy's the starting first baseman opening day next year.
I saw our friend of the show, Chris Castellani, threw out an idea that I have not really seen much of yet. It would be kind of really throwing in the towel on Spencer Torkelson.
Outfield?
But it was non-tendering his contract this offseason. I mean, you don't have to bring him back. You can just let him go to free agency at any given point. You just non-tender him. And it's just like all of these guys that have the team control for 7 years, before they actually are like your arbitration. Just don't even go into it. Just don't even offer anything. He just is a free agent.
I'd be fine with that. You've got Colt Keith who can play first. You've got Jose Briseño who's likely going to be on the team opening day as long as he doesn't have a disaster spring training. I'm good on Torque, man. Like we've seen it. I know he got hot after the All-Star break in that 24-game sample size.
Great.
Right when they needed him most, though, just disappeared.
But this is just what he does, though.
I know.
He goes through the 2-week stretch. Oh, man, wait, Torkelson. Whoa, wait a second. No.
Done. I hope this is his last month or so with the Tigers. Rob says, I argue with Ben. I am so ready for the Lions in college football to start. I'm over the Tigers. Also, Riley Green can just rest until next season. It wouldn't bother me if he never came back at all. Thanks for coming back one more time, Justin Verlander. Time to ride off into the sunset. I think Riley Green will end up playing the rest of the season.
That's the second time we've gotten that text, though.
What, that Riley just shouldn't play the
Just
rest
shut
of the
him
year?
down.
The hamstrings are tricky, man. They really are. And if they keep
We also
losing,
haven't gotten like a real update.
well, we got one during the broadcast yesterday that he was doing some on-the-field training.
When's he coming back?
Yeah, like
Those updates to me are nothing.
if they get swept by Tampa Bay, I assume he still won't be like ready to come back. I assume the earliest he'll come back is this weekend against the Dodgers, and that's the earliest. But if they like haven't picked up a win since then, I think I'm just gonna be with this texter. Like, what's the point? What's the point of bringing him back? Just get all these young guys as many reps as
and
possible.
do they want to give him a rehab?
I would imagine so, since he hasn't faced pitching. Like he hasn't been in a batter's box in over 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like what, or almost 2 weeks now. Usually you need a rehab start before that happens. I'm good.
Yeah, Gary, same thing. What is the upside to Riley playing at this point? Nothing. Shut him down. That's a good point. I mean, is Riley Green himself going to bring the Tigers out of the hole they've dug themselves? No.
Probably
No.
No. I think it would take pressure off of Dingler and
Yeah, and
Torkelson,
it could
but I
spark
don't think
something,
I
but-
don't think even if it does though, I just think it's too far gone at this
Yeah.
point. When you lose 9 of 10 games in late August, when you're already kind of on the outside looking in, you're probably just too far removed from the situation to be able to think that one player can bring you back into it. Somebody said season has been done since August 9th or August 19th, they said. Yeah. I assume that's the first day. Well, no, that's 6 days ago. That's when they started their 6-game losing streak. I would not have guessed this is how the season ends. If I would have told you 2 weeks ago this was what the next 2 weeks were going to look like, 9 of 10 games, I don't think I would have believed it.
No.
Like, how is that even possible? We're
Because they had a
hottest team in the
Kansas
league
City
right now.
3-game series wedged in there.
I know. And Dingler was playing like an MVP, and Torkelson was hot. He had just like single-handedly won us the series against Cleveland. Riley was Riley. Like, what do you mean we're going to lose 9 of 10? No chance. Everything that could have went wrong. Like you said, the wheels fell off. You ran out of gas. You need an oil change. The windshield cracked. Now you're just parked the wrong way in the middle of the highway, facing the wrong way. It's a shame. It's a shame what happened to this team 10 days ago, because it's probably done. 989-837-6125. This is the Ben Bosscher Show live here on 100.9 The Mitt. Hey, Scott Family Dental. Who knew your dentist could double as your fine line fixer? At Scott Family Dental, Dr. Brandon Scott is helping Midland smile and smooth things out with in-office Botox. They keep your smile looking fresh without the, I've been poked and pruded all day vibe. Come for the teeth cleaning. Leave looking like you just got 8 hours of sleep and made a really good life decision. That's Scott Family Dental.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Breakup Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
I'm
On 100.9 The Mid.
All right, well, we got a little bit of breaking news, some anticipated news. I know a lot of people have been highly anticipating the new jerseys that the Lions are going to be wearing this year, the rivalry jerseys that two divisions get every single season. We got a video from the Lions of a couple players wearing them. They're going with white jerseys with black numbers, black lettering, white pants, the classic blue helmets. I guess it's not the blue helmets that they wear for their black jerseys. They're wearing those, but now it's white jerseys, white pants. So essentially, they just look like the Carolina Panthers, Kyle. I semi-disappointed in this. They look cool. I'm not going to sit here and bash them. They don't look terrible like some of the other rivalry uniforms, but these just look like Detroit Panthers uniforms.
Yeah, I'm putting up a picture right now for our YouTube audience. It's from the leak from earlier, so it's not the greatest picture in the world. You can still see it, though. I mean, these are just the Panthers uniforms. They just straight up are. I would love to see a side-by-side of these and the Carolina Panthers. They look like even the Cam Newton Panthers era a little bit with the black shoulder stripes. I do like them, though, I do think they look clean, especially with the, more black integrated. The Lions' current road kits don't have any black integrated into them at all, so I don't mind them. They just look like Panthers uniforms. Here's my question, though. Would you rather have them gone crazy off the board here or just rock with these? Because a lot of times, with these new jerseys, it's more of an NBA thing, but with these rivals or whatever you want to call it, teams kind of go off the rails as far as what their unis are going to be?
I mean, it's tough to
for example, Tennessee's is it is a navy blue and light blue jersey that doesn't really fit their current jersey landscape. It kind of does, but it looks way different. Houston's is a lot different. They're going back to the light blue, baby blue style. I'm happy that they stuck with their current colorway.
Yeah, and it is cool to have, because their white jerseys now are, gray and blue.
I do mess with the white jerseys a lot more than these, though.
Our normal white jerseys?
Yeah. Everyone's giving the Vikings praise, by the way. Theirs are just the Ravens jerseys.
Yeah. This batch of rivalry jerseys is just other teams stealing other teams' jerseys. Kyle, if I were to put Bryce Young in this picture that the Lions posted, in these uniforms without the logo and without it saying Detroit, I would not even blink. I'd be like, oh yeah, those are the jerseys that the Panthers have worn the last few years. These are not Lions uniforms. They look fine. They look clean.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's I don't want to bash them because I do like them, but they certainly are just the Panthers uniforms. You said you didn't like the Green Bay ones, by the way?
I don't like anything that Green Bay does ever.
I kind of like them. Just the idea of them.
No, the Green Bay helmets were what I thought were really cool. The Green Bay helmets were kind of sick.
I
kind
of like the jerseys a little bit too, man. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I don't like the Packers, but I like kind of the throwback look that they have. The Bears ones are meh.
The Green Bay ones look like Baylor Bears jerseys.
I think you're reaching there.
The Colts, that's about as plain as it can possibly be.
Yeah,
nice,
the Colts
dude. You got a high school jersey on. Jaguars is fine.
The Jaguars look like they're road kits. I mean, those just look like their road uniforms. The Bears, my biggest take is I think the Bears have the worst jerseys in the league.
Really?
I think the Bears.
I think you
Navy,
just have like a true hatred for the Bears.
I do.
It's unmatched.
But the Bears Navy uniforms are so ugly. And everyone's always like, oh, Bears, classic logo. No, their jerseys stink.
I think that way about the Green Bay jerseys. Green and yellow together. It's just like a bad combo. Those colors don't go together. And the Green Bay has slapped them together and made you think that they go together. It's ugly. I'm not a fan. The Lions will be wearing these white jerseys against Minnesota Week 8 at home. I also I don't really mess with that. Why are we wearing white at home?
Don't we rock them against when we play them there too? Or no, they rock them.
They'll rock them. And
so we only wear these once a year.
Yeah.
Wear them one time. What's the point of rocking a jersey one time? Can we at least wear it twice?
I think I'm a little disappointed, to be honest.
So I don't get this jersey then is what you're saying?
I mean, you do whatever you want. You're a jersey guy. And
I
I'm
feel
sure
like
once you throw it on, it will be cool. Like, seeing it in person, I'm sure will be fine. I don't like that they look exactly like I'm gonna find a Carolina Panthers jersey and I'm gonna block out where it says Carolina or Panthers. I'm gonna block out these Lions jerseys and I'm
You're
gonna block
gonna
out
do
where
that,
it says Detroit.
or you're gonna ask someone else to do it?
I'll do it after the show, maybe. And then I'm gonna ask you which one of these is the Lions and which one of these is the Panthers, and it's gonna look the exact same. You won't be able to tell the difference.
That's a good idea for a reel.
I'll do that after the show. How about that? All right.
Yeah.
There we go. Let's take a trip around the league.
It's time to zoom out and go around the league.
I can't believe this. Got Panthers jerseys. Okay. We're going to continue our division preview series. It is one prayer and one reality for every single NFL team heading into the season, and then we're going to pick a division winner for each of these as well. Yesterday, we did the NFC South. Kyle and I both picked the Buccaneers to win that division. Thought I was tripping for a second. Thought I was hearing
What is
stuff.
that noise? Yeah,
You heard that too?
Yeah, I think is it coming from your laptop? It's got to be. I was like, it's got to be coming from.
I was
his
like,
laptop.
what is that?
I heard it as well.
I think it's the video that the Lions posted with the jerseys.
Wait, the Panthers?
Yeah, yes.
Got it.
Exactly. So yeah, yesterday we both picked the Bucs. Today we're going to do the NFC West. We'll start things off with the Los Angeles Rams, the perennial favorites to win the Super Bowl heading into the season. Here's my prayer for them. Prayer? Hell answers to us. Once Aaron Donald signs with us, we'll collect all the final Infinity Stones and reclaim the throne that is ours. We'll be unstoppable. Unless, of course, a division rival acquires both a super genius GM with multiple rings and multiple eras, while also hiring a defensive-minded head coach whose football IQ matches mine, but on defense, and he becomes my kryptonite. Then suddenly his coaching tree and wisdom starts to spread across the NFL and take out all my disciples one by one. But that would never happen. Hell answers to us. The reality of the situation is 26 to 29 teams have zero chance of beating this team when they are fully healthy, even on their best day. But a division rival and a former friend turned foe, Jared Goff, have a particular edge against this Rams team. They should cruise through almost everybody in the league as long as they're healthy. Teams can throw their best punches at this team, and I don't think they'll be able to take them down with the amount of blue-chip superstar talent that they have. But there are two teams that I think are uniquely positioned to be able to beat them, and that is the Lions and that is the Seahawks. And that is it.
Why are the Lions? I mean, last year it certainly didn't go well against them.
No, certainly didn't go well against them last year.
And they're just better. I know the Lions we think are better, but I think the Rams are more better.
More better, right. I think once the Lions get into a playoff spot, if they're healthy, I've lived and died on this hill for a while now, they have more blue chip players than the Rams do. The Rams' blue chip players are just happen to be MVPs and Defensive Player of the Years type of guys. But I've made my stance clear on what I think.
They just so happen. I mean, that seems pretty important, right?
I know. But, like, Lions have had more All-Pro nods over the past 3-4 seasons, even with the addition of Myles Garrett thrown in there. They just, like, the Lions, you go up and down. Every single position group, other than corner, they have a blue-chip guy if they're fully healthy. And I think when the Lions are fully healthy, they are positioned to go toe-to-toe in terms of how deep their rosters are with the Rams.
Okay. All right.
Their over-under is set at
11.5.
There it is. Yeah, 11.5, which is tied for the highest in all of football.
Man, they want you to take
it.
It's minus 125 on the over too, and it's. I will say I'm typically not a guy that, like, I don't want to fall for the bait that Vegas gives out. This is a bait line. You know, they know that the team's going to go over. There's juice on the under. It's plus money to go under. Like, 11.5 wins is a lot. How does this team lose, or how does this team not win 12 games?
I mean, somebody's got to win 12 games in this division.
How do they not win 12 games? It's just, you look at their roster, it's not only do they have the top-end talent, but they're also deep. They are pretty deep. And the only way they don't is if Stafford gets injured, I guess.
Yep.
Which, if we're doing that, okay, we can do that for every team. So, I don't see a world where this team loses enough games to hit their under here. I think this is a pretty easy over. But also, everyone is going to take their over, so that's the only sketchy part.
Yep, I'm with you. I'm falling right into the trap. I'll take this team's over. I can't envision them being an 11-win team this year. They're too good as long as Stafford stays healthy, which, you know, it's like a minor concern. He stayed healthy all of last year, but, like, going into last year, had been dealing with a bunch of stuff. So if he can do it 2 years in a row, I think this is a guaranteed 12-win team. Next team, Seahawks. Here's the prayer. Hello, God.
Oh.
I still feel like we owe you one. You turned Sam Darnold into a Super Bowl winning quarterback. He led the league in interceptions and turnover-worthy plays in the regular season before not throwing a single INT in the playoffs. I know you're real because you answered my prayers. I asked for both of those things, and you gave them to me. Miracles happened. But as this season approaches, I want more. Greed, I know. But we mustn't allow those disgusting Rams to get away with treating draft picks like loose change. It should be us. We are your chosen child. Please continue to allow Sam Darnold to play well in big-time games and not let the ball get turned over and put in the hands of the other team. The reality of the situation is quarterback is still the biggest flaw on this roster. Yet you've proven that you can win a Super Bowl with that being your biggest flaw, meaning you do have the deepest roster in the NFL with almost no weaknesses. That's how I feel about Seattle going into the year.
Yeah, I saw we had Noah in our YouTube chat today, so he's not going to like this one.
It's true, though. Quarterback is this team's biggest weakness. Whether you want to admit it or not, whether you think Sam Darnold is good or not, they are almost flawless everywhere else, other than, like, running back, I guess. So they've got a rookie in there now.
Yeah. I just think that there's a lot of reasons for regression for this team. I don't think that they're going to be bad by any means, but based off of what had happened last year, I mean, Darnold could have a better regular season. I mean, he didn't have a great regular season, yet it didn't really matter for them. So I guess that's a fine take. But a lot of the reasons that they were good, like, they were just slept on. They were underrated. It took the NFL till
like 16 weeks,
halfway through the season at least, even recognize how great this defense was. And then by the end of the season, finally everyone was like, wait, Seattle might be able to win the Super Bowl. Not that they actually have. I get that, like, you know, no one, like, undermines their opponent or anything, but this team was led by Sam Darnold. This team had a Mike McDonald in his second year as a head coach. Like, no one was really considering this team to be a huge threat, whereas this season, they obviously will. You know, the Offensive Player of the Year, Jackson Smith-Njigba, no one thought he was going to be the Offensive Player of the Year. No one considered him a top 5 wide receiver in football. Like, all of those things are going to happen going into this season. And so, also with the division, if you want to take a look at their schedule, you know, that would be another reason why you would feel a little bit down on them this season. Their schedule is unbelievable, which the West just has a tough matchup anyways. I think there's a lot of reasons why Seattle won't be as good this year. That still means they could hit their over, though, at 10.5. Like, regression for them could still mean 11 wins because of how good they were last year at 14 wins.
Yeah.
I think that there's plenty of reason for them to be worse this season.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I'm taking the Seahawks at under 10.5 heading into this season.
I also am.
I still think they're a playoff team. But that division is so deep that they might just all beat up on each other throughout the course of the season.
Yeah.
I don't think they can go back-to-back years as a 1 seed. We've seen how hard that is.
Vegas kind of baiting you as well. Minus 110 for the over and under. It's like everyone is probably blind taking over 10.5 wins for the reigning Super Bowl champion. That's just, it seems kind of obvious. Well, if you're not the Chiefs, the year after Super Bowl win just doesn't really go well for a lot of these teams.
Super Bowl hangover. It's a real thing.
Not that it goes bad. Yeah, you never really repeat as being the best team in the league in the regular season wise. So
really hard to do.
I don't see the Seattle Seahawks of all of those teams doing it. So I'm also on their under.
Next team, the 49ers. Here's their prayer. Dear Jed York, 49ers owner.
Oh.
The evidence is clear. This electro substation is terrorizing our team. All these soft tissue injuries. It's riddled us the past 5 seasons. This can't be a coincidence. We need a new practice facility. We might need to relocate. Need a new stadium. We have an incredible coach, beyond serviceable quarterback, and blue chippers everywhere on our roster. These injuries can't keep costing us our season, Mr. York, so if you can hear... Wait. Mr. York is in jail for a prostitution-related case as of the last 48 hours? Okay, hold on. Let me restart. Dear Coach Shanahan. Wait, he's taking a nap, still recovering from his concussion. Oh, yeah, we're big-time screwed. The reality is, this is the 3rd oldest team in the NFL, and they probably have one more chance before they kind of have to rework this entire roster. This team's old, man. They got a lot of things working against them right now, including their owner being arrested yesterday for a prostitution-related case in Ohio. Nice, dude. Great season. Great. You got your owner in jail and your head coach concussed before the season even starts. Meanwhile, George Kittle has not been healthy. CMC's got tightness in his calf. What's going to happen next? Probably some Mike Evans injury, if I had to guess, because he's also old.
He did leave their practice, I think, one of these days.
Yeah, it already happens then. I don't know, Kyle. This team's got a lot of names, a lot of top-end talent, but I feel like this thing is being held together by duct tape and shoestrings at this point.
Yeah, and it's weird because this is now a 3rd consecutive season that the 49ers year has looked like this. 2 seasons ago, was the season from hell for the Niners where they completely missed the playoffs after making the Super Bowl the year before, right? If I'm doing my math right.
Mm-hmm.
And they completely miss out on the playoffs. Everyone is like, man, what the 49ers got so injury prone. It was terrible. And then last year, they had the same exact thing happen to them. Everybody got hurt, yet their schedule was so easy that it didn't matter. Remember, every single week we were like, okay, at some point the 49ers are going to stop winning. At some point it's going to happen. And it just never really did. They were just pretty good all season long, despite their whole team being injured the entire season, outside of Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, who stayed healthy somehow by the graces of God.
And I'm not betting on it again, by the way, for the fantasy people out there. I'm not taking Christian McCaffrey in any fantasy draft. Last year was the most usage of his entire career.
I know. It's wild.
Which is weird to think
about. Because they
about.
didn't have anybody else to throw the ball to.
Most touches of his career and second most receptions of his career.
Every other weapon they had was hurt most of the year. They had to keep feeding him.
And he was awesome. Like the fact I know that JSN's year was crazy. McCaffrey probably should have had a better case for Offensive Player of the Year looking back at it.
For sure.
Especially because of how injured the 49ers offense was. Anyways.
Doesn't it feel like this team is on the last page of this book?
It does.
Like this whole regime, they're not even stuck between 2 eras, but they're holding on to this regime that they just know is like, if we don't get it done this year, it's probably just not going to happen again. And the fact that they never got it done in the first place to get a ring, that is probably a really tough pill to swallow for that front office.
Certainly, with multiple opportunities as well. It just feels like too much has already gone wrong to feel good about this team, especially when you have to do the new playoff teams thing. They feel like a pretty easy one to point at in the NFC. For an NFC that is like, I kind of feel like it's going to be a lot of the same teams in the playoffs. We've done that whole thing. They feel like the one that is pretty obvious here. There's too much that has gone wrong. And when the one guy that you're relying on to stay healthy is Christian McCaffrey, I don't like that. I like McCaffrey. I hope he stays healthy 100%. He's one of the best running backs we've ever seen. I can't trust it. I'm certainly under on this team.
Yep, I'm under as well.
I kind of think I'm way under. I could easily see them going 7-10.
If they go over, Kyle Shanahan did an incredible. He probably should just win.
Yeah,
coach
or whoever's coaching instead of Kyle Shanahan.
Right.
Whoever's actually coaching.
We're both going under 9.5 there.
Yep.
Okay. Cardinals, last team in this division. Here's their prayer. Dear first-round picks. Everyone is laughing at us. They're mocking us, picking us to be dead last in the NFC. You guys can change that. Trey McBride, you're arguably the best tight end in the NFL. Paris Johnson, you're becoming an anchor left tackle. Now our eyes turn to Marvin Harrison Jr., Walter Nolan, and Jeremiah Love. Yeah, I know. It's not that hard to talk myself into each and every one of you. Marv, I still think you have all the upside in the world if you just stop dropping balls. Nolan can be a true game-wrecking defensive tackle. He flashed it last season. Jeremiah Love, I don't think it's all that crazy that you can be the best running back in the NFL one day. Or our best running back in the... Our quarterback situation is bleak. You guys have the chance to make up for that. And maybe, just maybe with your help, we can win 7 games this year. The reality is, I think this is going to be an extremely frisky 6-win team. Like, I'm kind of excited to watch the Cardinals. Yeah, I'm taking their...
6?
I'm taking their over here. I like this team.
I mean, you're doubling their over.
I know. I don't know what's... Like, there is a lot of things to like about this team. Jacoby Brissett, we know, can sling it. I don't think they're going to, like, make the playoffs or anything. I just think this team's going to be hard to put away at the end of games. Like, they're going to linger around, and then more than likely, I don't think the Cardinals are going to be able to close games, but I do think they're going to play close games.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they did last year.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason to think that's going to be any different. I agree with you there.
And I think they're better this year.
Maybe. They potentially, I don't know, like, how much better they are. I think a lot of the other teams, they still are the bad team in the most top-heavy division in the league.
Yeah, that's what's working against them.
Yeah, that's what's working against them here. Here's what I say. I actually share a lot of the same thoughts with you as the Cardinals. I think they're going to be a fun watch. Like, as far, not a fun, like, they're not going to be a top X team in the league to watch.
They're going to put up fantasy points,
but, like, when
man.
they're playing a different, like, you always would think, oh, I don't want to watch the Jets. Like, Jets, Browns, the Saints, all these other teams I don't want to watch. The Cardinals could be kind of fun. Yeah, like, they're gonna throw it around.
They have exciting
They have
players.
Jeremiah Love. Yeah, exactly. So, I think they will be fun. I also think they will be competitive. And I was going to be on the over for this team, which is 3.5, by the way, extremely low. And then I looked at their schedule. All I had to do was look at their schedule. I think, Ben, the Arizona Cardinals will start 0-11.
Do you have their schedule pulled
I have
up?
it pulled up. Here's the thing, though. They could easily get all their wins at the end of the year because they have some games at the end of the year that are not bad. Here's their schedule, the first 11 weeks of the season. At LA Chargers.
No chance.
Versus Seattle.
No chance.
At San Francisco. Maybe. They'll win at least one division game. At New York Giants. Potentially.
I think they could get that.
Road game, potentially. Versus the Lions.
Nope.
At the Rams.
Nope.
Versus Denver.
Nope.
At Dallas.
Nope.
At Seattle.
Nope.
Versus the Rams.
Nope.
At Kansas City.
Nope.
Those are their first 11 weeks of the year.
There's a few in there that they could steal. I mean, I think this team's going to be better than people are giving them credit for. That's all.
That is an unbelievable first 11 weeks of the year. Like that's 2/3 of the season. You know,
Fourth place team, by the way.
It's crazy. Yeah, for a fourth place team. But then they have Washington, they have the Jets, they have the Raiders at the end of the season.
Oh, I'm smashing the over,
They
man.
have some games, but this also, I didn't do research on other teams. 0 primetime games for the Cardinals this season.
Yeah.
Not a single one. You couldn't have thrown them on a Thursday night football game.
I think
they have the 3rd overall pick running back. I mean, that's worth a Thursday night football game.
Yeah, especially knowing the Jets get one in the first few weeks
Yeah,
of the
like
season.
you couldn't have thrown Cardinals, I don't know. You couldn't have thrown Cardinals Commanders on the, oh, that's the week of Thanksgiving. Never mind. Yeah, I don't know then.
I'll tell you this, Kyle. I think this team has enough playmakers
Cardinals
on
Dallas.
offense.
That would have been a great
Shootout.
Thursday night game.
Shootout.
Great Thursday night game.
I think this team has enough playmakers on offense to put up points. Jacoby Brissett's proven that he can be like the 25th best quarterback in the NFL, which doesn't win you a ton of games, but I think it can win you 4, and that's all they need to hit their over. Walter Nolan here, I think, is the key for them defensively. They don't have this crazy pass rush. Josh Sweat's their best player on the defensive line in terms of getting after the quarterback. But if former first-round pick Walter Nolan can start to develop himself as like a true star defensive tackle, that's how you all of a sudden you unlock some different parts of this defense. I'm bullish on this team, even though they're over-unders 3.5. So I will take their over here.
I'm 3 unders in this division.
It's wild.
Yeah, just the Rams over, and I'm under on the other 3.
My winner for this division is the Los Angeles Rams. the favorite. It's okay.
Mathematically, I literally have to be the Rams since I took everyone else's under. I don't think that would make any sense. Rams.
So we got.
Sorry, Noah.
We're in agreement here for the first two divisions. We both had the Bucs, and we both had the Rams heading into the season.
That's right. Kind of boring so far.
We'll do another NFC
John
division.
probably's got the 49ers or something stupid.
He probably has the freaking Giants winning this division.
Yep, the Giants.
Giants winning all divisions.
San Francisco Giants. He got confused.
Let's move on. We'll do another division tomorrow, like I said. This is Ben Bosscher Show live here on the Minute. The 10 o'clock hour is brought to you by Aired Insurance. They're all about putting you in better insurance position, whether it's your home, auto, life, or business coverage. They make sure your protection actually fits your life. If you're looking for a team that takes the guesswork out of insurance, this is it. Be sure to go follow Aired Insurance Group on social media to stay connected every single day and see how they're helping people along the way.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Breakup Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid. by Breakup Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid.
I can't get over these stupid jerseys, man. Like the jerseys themselves are not all that bad. But these are legitimately just the Panthers jerseys. Like someone put out a picture of Cade Mays in last year's Panthers jersey. And it was like, it's the exact same thing. How did Cade Mays already get in these jerseys? They're identical. I don't want to dump on them too much because they're like cool. But I just wish they didn't look like another team's jerseys, like carbon copy, control copy paste, you know? That's the unfortunate part about it.
The Cade Mays thing is so funny.
You can't tell that that's not a Lions jersey versus a Panthers jersey. You can't tell the difference. I really thought based on the teaser that the Lions put out like 2 weeks ago that this was going to be like a dark midnight blue. And I got really excited about that. Or
that would have been pretty sick.
A silver jersey would have been cool because they have the grays as their color rush for a while. But how about a true like silver and blue? Like a shiny silver, matte silver and blue. Midnight blue would have been cool. Like a darker shade. All white with the black logo with the blue trim on the numbers and lettering. These are just Panthers jerseys, man. I don't know what to tell our fans. These are just Panthers jerseys. Carbon copy, slightly different. I'm pretty disappointed by this.
I think,
even though they're in a vacuum, cool jerseys.
That's the thing. Like, I still think they're pretty cool. They just look like the Panthers, and it stinks that there's another team in the NFL that looks like those because now that's all I can really think about. Probably not going to get one.
It's good to see that everyone's having the exact same reaction.
How can you not?
It's identical. If you watch football on Sundays and there was just like a flash of the Lions playing in these, you'd be like, oh, what's Bryce Young doing? Yeah. Hey, Bryce Young looks a lot taller than normal. Wait, is that Cam Newton? Nope. It's just the Detroit Lions new jerseys.
Cam Newton. It's true.
We have too many jerseys, man.
They only get to wear them one time, too. So, I mean, it's not like can't really make that big of a fuss about it.
I think every NFL team has too many jerseys at this point.
Okay.
Because every team, that's not as bad as the NBA where like every team has like 7 different jerseys, it feels like. But you've got the road, you've got the away, you've got the black alternate, you get the white alternate, and then you usually do a throwback throughout this course of the season too. You have 5 different jerseys. Is that really necessary?
What's wrong with that?
I don't know.
Like, man, what's the problem?
I just like seeing my teams in the same things consistently on a week-to-week basis. That's all.
You typically will. 5 different jerseys for 17 games, and one of them you're only wearing once, and the throwback jersey you're only wearing once.
And the alternate, so the blacks you'll probably wear twice.
Yeah, twice. So you've got 12 games. You've got 6 of the regular blues and 6 of the whites.
I don't know. That's just my boomer take. Like, I just don't think teams need more than 3 jerseys.
See, I think teams don't have enough jerseys.
Oh, okay.
And but the way I mean that is not do they not have enough jerseys, they don't utilize all the different combinations enough.
That I can get behind.
Let's go with different pants with these jerseys this week. Let's go all blues. One of my favorite looks that the Lions do that they do not bring out very much.
All white?
They do it like once or twice a year. No, the white with the gray pants. I'm a big fan of that.
Ew.
I like that.
What are you
it's a
talking
good
about?
No, I think it's a good look. The silver pants with the gray or with the white unis because the white has a little gray on it. I think it looks clean.
No, that's almost as no, Kyle, come on, man. You gotta go all one color.
No,
that's
dude.
How you look clean.
No,
that's
I mean they do
clean.
white with the blue pants all the time.
White with the blue pants, I also think that looks goofy. Like, I just like when they wear the blueberries, and I like when they go all white. And now they've got these weird
the blueberries every time? Come on.
Dude, they like never lost in the blueberries for the longest time.
Oh, so you're one of those guys.
What do you mean? What does that mean? This team's 6-0 when they
what
wear the
they
blueberries?
wear matters to their win or loss.
It.
Got it.
Let's keep wearing it if they're 6-0 during the blueberries, and I think all that went out the window last year. But
I got to check to see when they wore these white and grays because I like the white with the gray pants. It's one of my favorite looks. Yeah, they did really go just all white most of the time. Huh?
Yeah, I think it's a good look when they go all white. Now they're all white with, because what's on the normal white jerseys, it's a gray lettering, right? Not blue, or is it blue? No, it is blue.
It's blue.
Yeah, they switched it from blue to black, which essentially just is the Panthers uniforms. I'm semi-disappointed in the way that this thing has unveiled itself.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good here. I'm good. It's this because we were all really looking forward to seeing what these jerseys were going to look like today, and I thought I thought it was gonna be a bunch of different stuff, but I guess I never came to the thought that this was just gonna be the Panthers jerseys reincarnated to say Detroit on it. Also, you see this like the screenshot from the trailer that has Penei Sewell, Jared Goff, Amon-Ra, Gibbs.
Oh no, I did not.
I'm sending this to you right now. Just look at the way Penei Sewell is standing. Like I don't think he likes these jerseys either.
I'm telling you, dude, this white jersey with the gray pants, it's a good look. I'm looking at it right now.
Check what I just sent you, because I just based on this picture, I don't think Penei Sewell likes these jerseys. He looks very
Why
upset
does he look
to be
like
there.
that?
I don't know.
He looks like he's pouting.
I know. He looks very upset to be there.
You know what really makes these look like Panthers jerseys, though, is the black. If guys are wearing the black undershirts with them,
yeah,
and the black socks and black cleats,
yes,
that really makes them look like Panthers jerseys.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah.
And
that,
I think
that
that's
like really sets it in.
Based on this video that the Lions posted, that's just going to be what it is. It's going to be the black gloves, the black undershirts, the black socks. Everything's going to be black.
It's one game.
Except the jersey. It is one game. It's also against a division rival where it's like, why are we looking all different against a division rival now? That's the part of it I don't really understand. And I know what it actually is. It's just a way of putting out more jerseys to get more sales so people will buy them. I don't know. Too many jerseys these days, man. You know what I hope they don't do, though? The all-silver helmets with no logos on them. Those throwbacks, I think I'm good on that. We don't need those anymore. You know what I'm talking about? They wear them on Thanksgiving.
Oh, you don't like the straight silver helmets?
No.
Oh, come on.
It's 2026,
You don't like
man.
anything.
It's 2026.
You don't
Put your
like
logo on your
anything.
helmet.
I love those helmets.
They're too plain. I feel like I'm watching a 1950s football game.
But yet there's too many You contradict yourself so much.
989-837-6125. This is the Ben Bosscher Show live here on 100.9 The Mid. 11 o'clock hour on the way. Why we broke up with the Tigers when we come back.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Breakup Siding and Building Repair.
WLUN, Pinconning Bay City, Saginaw, Midland.
All right, we talked about this at about 9:30. It's our Tuesday Tower. The Tuesday Tower today was worst contracts in Detroit sports. Javi Baez at the very top of it. It almost feels like people forget how bad the Javi Baez contract is, and then you go through the numbers, and it's like, oh yeah, that's not anything that's gone away. The second tier was the big fellas, Ali McNeil and Framber Valdez, both right behind Javi Baez. Although Ali McNeil's is less of, hey, you've played terribly. He was certainly terrible last year, but that was really before the big-time number came in, $28 million cap hit this season. McNeil's like you can play your way out of this. And I guess Framber can too, but Framber has just been so bad this season. A 7.01 ERA in the first inning. For all the money that they gave him, giving him the most guaranteed money for a left-handed or for a right-handed pitcher out there, left-handed pitcher out there. 3 years, $115 million. For him to dump the bed the way that he has this season is a catastrophe and another resume blunder on Scott Harris's resume. Then you look at the third tier, and it's Jack Flaherty, Justin Verlander, and Kenley Jansen, all of which were signed by Scott Harris at some point over the past 2 seasons. The fourth tier is Kyle Finnegan, Kirby Joseph, Derek Barnes, and Cade Mays. Look, with Cade Mays, ended up signing a pretty good contract if he's a stud. I also have no idea if he's a stud, and he's hurt right now, which, sorry, somebody has to be that last spot, and for now it's just Cade Mays since he hasn't played. Derek Barnes, a little more to be desired after getting his contract extension a couple of years back. The Kirby one, I just don't even know what to do with the Kirby one. Thank God there's not a crazy number at any point that like really screws over the Lions. But this is going to be a long road of paying Kirby Joseph. 8 years they have left of paying Kirby Joseph if nothing gets moved on. It was only a 4-year extension, but there's 4 years of void on it, which means you're going to be paying this guy for 8 years. Never a giant cap hit, but still, this could end up being a really disastrous contract. But he could play. Still always that chance he ends up playing football for a little bit longer. Finnegan's just been awful this season. So what's your big takeaway from seeing this entire list?
I think I've decided that Framber Valdez is on the worst contract. And like pretty easily is on the worst contract, actually. And might be on the worst contract in all of baseball. Seriously, like I'm just the more and more I've sat here and thought about, all of the reasons why we're upset about the Tigers season, they all almost circle back to Framber Valdez. Like, is the Framber Valdez signing like the worst part of this season from a expectation standpoint? Not just this season, but going into next season. Like every single outcome of the Tigers' year involves the fact that Framber Valdez sucks, right? Like going into the season when they signed Framber Valdez, everything that we were excited for was because of him. It was because they added him into this elite starting pitching group. Oh, the starting pitching is awesome. Well, guess what? Even when they traded away Skubal and Mize, we said the same thing. The starting pitching is awesome, and it didn't include that guy, the highest paid guy on the team, the highest paid left-handed pitcher in the history of baseball. It didn't include that guy after they also traded away Skubal and Mize, who were the 2 best pitchers on the team. That's crazy. Looking forward, when we talk about the rotation next season, we're super excited about it. Framber Valdez is the guy we're not super excited about.
And he's 100% solidified himself as the 5th best guy in the rotation as of right now.
Well, there isn't even 5 guys in the rotation right now, but
correct.
Like Drew Anderson or Framber Valdez? Right now.
Not that big of a difference
right now. Who you taking right now? You know what I'm saying?
Probably Drew Anderson, because he doesn't have a 7 ERA to start games.
Yeah. Now, that's probably a little bit crazy. We're not going to give Drew Anderson that much credit yet. But I think when you take all of that into consideration with the expectation that the Tigers had this season, and then add in the fact that it was mainly because of Framber Valdez, whether you thought it was because of the elite duo of Skubal and Valdez, or the fact that he was going to be the replacement for Tarek Skubal. Like, things went according to plan. Skubal's gone. There you go, Framber Valdez. Here's your time to be the best guy on the team. No,
pass. I'm good.
Not even close.
Allow me to hit another batter while I'm at it. You see him hit, I don't even remember who was at the plate. It was a lefty hitter. Just hit him square in the chest. Like, it wasn't even close. He just pelted him right in the back with a curveball.
Exactly.
That never even came close to sniffing over the plate.
Add in the fact that he is absolutely the easiest guy to rattle on planet Earth. I mean, he just, it falls off so quickly with him. If anything goes wrong in a game, he obviously has had a few meltdowns this season, and I'm not even talking about just pitching performance-wise. You know, he clearly is, I don't even know how to best describe him. He's got anger issues, I guess you could probably say, which I saw someone send our YouTube chat earlier, like, hey, maybe signing the guy that threw at his own catcher last year probably wasn't the best idea. Sure, yeah, maybe looking back at that, it feels good. But Framber Valdez is having the worst year of his career, not even close. And the fact that it happens year one in Detroit is just extremely unfortunate. But I think he's on the worst deal. I think he is on the worst deal in the city and maybe in all of baseball currently.
I think it's slight recency bias and almost like we've just become numb to the Javi contract.
You're right.
I think that still just has to be number one. $140 million for 6 years. You're stuck with this guy for 6 full seasons. And after really like 1.5 years, it was decided upon on a consensus basis that this guy shouldn't be here anymore. And if you would have had a get out of jail free card after 1 season, you would have taken it. Yet he has to stick around for 5 years. He's been a black hole in the lineup for the majority of his Tigers tenure, even though he has some big-time Tigers moments, like the walk-off against the Red Sox, 2-home-run game, couple big-time hits in the playoffs. It just ends. Like, you go look at the full sample size of what he has been over the last 5 seasons, and it's one of the worst hitters in baseball. 3rd worst OPS of any hitter with 500 games over the past 5 years. So I personally think the Javi one has to be one. Recency bias would tell you that it, and I don't even mean just because he pitched yesterday, but over the course of the season as well. Yeah, Framber has a pretty good case to be number
here's
one
my
after
case, though.
Javi ends up being an expiring.
How can it not be recency bias? He's in the first year with the team. Like,
yeah, you're right.
Javi Baez, at least we can point to things that he contributed to the team well in.
Yeah.
Give me one Framber Valdez. Oh, he had a couple good starts this year. Okay.
Way more bad ones.
Yeah.
Way more
Drew
bad
Anderson
ones.
has had a couple good starts.
You know, I said this earlier. I think my biggest takeaway with looking at these 10 players where there's no Pistons, there's no Red Wings, there's not really a bad contract on either of those teams right now. My biggest takeaway is look at all these guys that Scott Harris signed. 4 of the 10 guys on the pyramid are pitchers that Scott Harris has signed. Framber Valdez, Jack Flaherty, who 4 of his 10 months he's pitched in a Tigers uniform over the past 2 years, he's had a ERA of over 5. Justin Verlander, who robbed the Tigers of $13 million, or I guess it was a donation to him.
Yep, thanks.
It's the Alex Cobb Club. And then Kenley Jansen, who got $11 million to come blow a ton of games for the Tigers. Like, those are all Scott Harris's guys. And then, like, you look at the rest of the list. Javi was pre-Scott Harris. Finnegan was the guy he traded for. So it's not like he signed him to that deal, but that deal looks terrible too. $9 million to pitch for the Tigers for 2 consecutive seasons. And then, like, the Lions that are on the list, it's like, yeah, Liam had a torn ACL and didn't look all that great last year. Kirby Joseph, the knee exploded. Cade Mays, he's just hurt right now, and we needed a 10th guy at some point. Like, that's kind of why Cade Mays is on the list. Derek Barnes, okay, fine. You overpaid a linebacker. Like, the detriment that Scott Harris has caused the Tigers roster by signing all 4 of those guys that are right in the middle of this pyramid of Framber, Verlander, Flaherty, and Kenley Jansen. Like, that really set the Tigers back this year. His inability to go locate good arms in free agency and bring them in and hit their potential is starting to become, like, so abundantly clear that it does make me, like, really nervous for every offseason going forward and kind of walk into every offseason with the assumption of, well, what bad pitcher are we going to sign now? I don't care what his stats say. This guy's probably not going to show up next year when the Tigers are playing. And it sucks to have such, like, a contradicting opinion on Scott Harris for free agency versus the deadline versus what he's doing in the farm system, because I think what he's doing in the farm system is great. I think what he did at this year's trade deadline is pretty good. I think what he does in free agency every year somehow hurts the Tigers more than it helps them. Like, Glaber's really the lone free agent you can point to and be like, nice job, Scott. You nailed it. That's it. Everybody else has been a disaster.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's a hot take by any means, that his pitching free agency acquisitions have not worked out. The Verlander one is the one that is just really, like, we had a second Alex Cobb, but it happened to be the guy that everybody loves, so no one was really that mad about it. Like, that's the only reason why no one is up in flames like they were about Alex Cobb a year ago.
Yeah, it's because this guy has an MVP to his name
which, like,
in Detroit.
Understood. Like, I'm less mad about this than I was about Alex Cobb too. I get that. But I also just think that Gary in the YouTube chat earlier said Alex Cobb should be peeking in the side of the tower for this, just for how bad of the contract it was last year.
Yeah, probably should be. And
Pretty
it sucks
good.
that Verlander joins the Alex Cobb.
I know. Kenta Maeda, Alex Cobb,
Yeah,
Justin
that's another
Verlander.
good one.
Who's next? Interesting part here. Noah earlier said, I still think the JMO was a bad contract. Too much money for someone that's not all that needed.
I mean, he's had back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons.
Yeah, I think he's needed.
I think he's very much needed. I think he makes Amon-Ra's life easier. I think he makes Sam Laporta's life easier. I think in the second half of last season, we saw how important he can become on an offense without Sam Laporta in there. I mean, the last 8 games, Amon-Ra had like 2 more yards than him. Like, they were almost identical in yards. Yeah, I think JMO's important. I don't think he deserves to be on this list.
Here's two players I have in mind here for, not that should be on here, asking what would have to happen for them to be on here.
Okay.
We are all very excited about the Jahmyr Gibbs contract, but we can also recognize that paying a running back is very controversial, and they paid him a ton. What would have to happen for Jahmyr Gibbs to sneak on here? Because
I think he'd have to just
I
get hurt.
certainly don't think he's on a good contract, right? I think that's fair. It's not a good contract.
I think he simply would just have to get hurt. Like, that's kind of the only way he makes his way onto this list. He gets injured.
What
and
if
then
he
it's
just
never the same.
But what if, like, that's the only world you have?
Yeah, mostly. I mean, if the offensive line is like truly god awful, then maybe he ends up on this list as well. But
That's what I was going to say. Like, what if the offense is just kind of what it was last year and it doesn't have this big time upgrade that we were all expecting? Gibbs probably still has a great year, but what's the point in paying a luxury running back $25 million or whatever?
when you don't have the offensive line.
It's not, yeah, exactly. When it's not contributing to wins. I don't want to speak that into existence, but it certainly could happen.
Who's the second guy? You said you had 2.
I do have 2. Jalen Duren. Does Jalen Duren get on this list the second they figure this thing out? Based off of everything, playoff performance, his relationship with the city at this point.
What's the number going to be?
I mean, obviously we don't know.
I think that's totally dependent on the number.
But
I think there's a
kind of what I'm
easy...
asking you, Ben. Like, do you think that the contract is going to be a number where you're like, oh crap, like this is going on worse contracts?
I think next playoffs, next April, Jalen Duren, regardless of if it's a team-friendly deal or not, probably just makes his way onto this list. Whether it's $24 million or $34 million per season, next playoffs, when this guy inevitably doesn't figure it out, he probably just ends up on the list. But all regular season, like, I feel like he'll just he'll ease our minds. He'll make us think he's figured it out, and he'll be Mr. Tough Guy and put up his numbers and bully all the other centers in the league. And then once the playoffs roll around and the intensity ramps up a little bit and people are hyper focused on him, if he disappears again, he's just on the list no matter what. 989-837-6125. It's the Ben Bosscher Show live here on the Mint. The 11 o'clock hour is brought to you by Yetter Insurance. Life happens fast, and at Yetter Insurance Group, they're here to make sure you're covered every step of the way. Locally owned and trusted in Midland for decades, they treat you like family, not just another policy number. From home and auto to business and life insurance, Yetter is the right coverage for every stage of life. Their team makes insurance simple with expert advice and real people you can actually talk to. It's Yetter Insurance Group. We'll be there when you need us since 1940.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Breakup Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid. Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid.
I'm getting like increasingly more upset about these Lions jerseys, which in a
You're
vacuum,
still on that, huh?
In a vacuum, I mean, it's like kind of the big Lions story of the day, right? In a vacuum,
Yes.
these Lions jerseys are cool. And then everyone's doing it already. It was my first thought as soon as the jerseys dropped. I was like, those are just the Panthers uniforms. And now hop online anywhere, you'll be able to see, including the Mitt's Facebook page, you'll be able to see the Lions jerseys, the new ones, right up with these Panthers like normal jerseys, and you won't be able to tell a difference. They're identical. I was really excited for like these cool like out there jerseys, a concept the Lions have never had, and they were just like, you know what? No, just white jerseys, black numbers. It's just going to be the Panthers jerseys. Okay, all right, sure.
I will say, now that I have the little side-by-side of seeing them actually next to each other, they're way different.
Okay. Are you going to be able to tell on TV that they're way different?
Certainly not.
No.
But when you look at the little side-by-side, the blues are certainly different. Like the Panthers blue is
lighter.
It's a different shade of blue.
Yeah.
Our blue is cooler and tougher. You know, our blue is like way more like awesome and manly.
Honolulu blue.
Yeah, but their blue is more like,
More like-
weak.
It's more like Carolina blue.
Yeah, weak blue. So actually, I think they're awesome. And I think they're way better than the Panthers jerseys.
How would you rank all of the alternate
Ooh.
jerseys that we have in Detroit?
No, let's just rank all the Lions jerseys.
Well,
We can do all the alternate ones in Detroit.
I think
too.
the classic blues are one. I think the blacks are two. I think honestly, probably these whites are three, and the regular whites are four.
What?
Yeah.
You got these ones above the regular whites?
In a vacuum, yeah, probably.
Okay, but what about not in a vacuum?
Oh, then these are last.
What do you mean in a vacuum?
Like
You keep saying
individually,
that.
these are cool. Like if you don't look at any other factor, these are cool jerseys. But like I can't shake it from my head.
Yeah, but like
that these are just the Panthers uniforms.
and that is the world we're living in. So
Okay,
live
then
in that world.
then I have them last. Yeah,
I think I go the regular blues one. Yeah. But the blacks are so
blacks
sick.
are so tough, so cool.
But I think what makes them cool is that we don't wear them all the time.
Yeah.
It's like a special event when the Lions wear the black uniforms. I think I agree with you. I would go home blues number 1, blacks 2. I think I would go away whites 3. Are we doing the throwback unis in here? Are we counting those? I mean, they're
Nah.
very, very similar to the blues. Okay, yeah. So I would put these last. These are fourth.
See, I was gonna have us rank all the alternate jerseys from the Tigers, Lions, and Pistons. Like we've got the black Lions, we've got the white Lions, we've got the navy blues, we've got the Motor City blues.
Oh, the ones they wore last night.
Yeah, correct.
I more and more hate them. I used to not
hate 'em.
Well, I
Hate
used to
'em.
not hate them as much as everyone else until we got the new alternates. And I'm like, oh, the new alternates are like 1,000 times better than those ones.
I think I like the orange alternates the most. The navy's the second, and then the Motor City ones as the third for just the Tigers. And then the Pistons, I can't keep track of how many
I was going to
jerseys they
say,
have at this
the
point.
Pistons ones. The city ones this year were the
Exactly.
black ones, right? The black Pistons. I don't even remember.
See, too many jerseys. Can't even think of them.
Let's just for the Pistons ones do the cop jerseys because those are their regular alternate jerseys.
Those ones suck.
They suck so bad. I think these Lions ones are better. Okay, let's just do
Is it
Tigers.
the green? Was the green this year?
That
with
was
the Pistons?
that was
It
like
2
years ago. That was like 3-4 years ago.
Oh,
They had the red one. Well, they had the white like Bad Boys one, and then I think this year was the black Bad Boys one. Remember? It was like in the Bad Boys kind of font. Some orange on there. They did the black ones and the white ones. I think it was the black ones.
No.
this year, right?
It was the black with the It wasn't.
Oh no,
the
this
Bad
year
Boys.
you're
It was-
right. This
it
year
was
was these ones were fire. Yes.
Yeah, no,
you're
these
right.
ones were really cool.
I just
It was
remembered
the turquoise. They brought it back.
Yeah,
but
black with turquoise and red, little yellow in there. Yeah, those ones were good. Okay.
So what team has the best set of alts? I think it's the Tigers.
Oh, I thought we were ranking each individual jersey.
Yeah, that seems too hard.
That seems too hard, too. Tigers for sure. And I also think the Tigers Navy alt jersey is
beautiful.
the best jersey in the city.
It's beautiful.
It's the best.
Wait. More than the regular whites?
The best alternate jersey.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
I actually would take it over the Lions blacks. And then maybe that sounds crazy because with the Lions blacks, you also get the black helmets. And that elevates it.
They don't wear black helmets. They wear blue helmets.
Or sorry, the blue helmets. I still like the blue helmets.
I do too. The blue helmets are dope.
Yeah.
Which they will be wearing with these white uniforms.
But the Navy ones, the Navy Tigers jerseys, they are the cleanest jersey ever. And I it's really unfortunate that they'll never wear them at home. I get it, obviously, but I would love to see that jersey at home. Because when they wear them on the road, I get so excited.
I don't get why they can't wear them at home if they wear those stupid Motor City
No,
black
they could.
and blue jerseys.
I think
at
it's
home.
just like the orange ones are for home games, the navy ones are for road games. I think that's kind of how they like to do that.
They should just get rid of the 5th jersey, the Motor City ones, the one with the weird blue that they just picked a random
ones they
shade
wore
of
last
blue.
night.
Yeah, the ones they wore last night. They should just get rid of those and then have the 4 uniforms that they wear all the time.
100% agreed. Jacob does too. He says, I don't like the City Connect black and blue jerseys. I prefer our normal home and away. I think we have the best home uniform in all of baseball.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I love the
It's
Tigers
totally a
whites.
biased opinion, but it's the cleanest. It's such a
The
clean logo.
the logo is just so classic, and that's all the jersey is. It's just that.
And that's all I need sometimes. And then I like how when you wear the all white, you can dirty them up a little bit.
Yeah, but the orange ones they're the same. They're just orange. You know,
with the white pants. I love the white. I love the orange ones.
Yeah.
I love the Motor City.
Did you ever get a Tigers alt? Did you get a jersey?
No.
I haven't either. I got to get one.
I still have my Miggy jersey. That's the only thing I got.
I don't have a Tigers jersey currently. And right now, I certainly don't want to buy one.
It'd be a McGonagall one, right? You just have to.
Yeah.
Him or Clark.
Yeah, I mean, it would have to be McGonagall.
Yeah. You don't want a Fromber jersey?
Javi jersey, maybe?
Javi. I know far too many people with a Javi jersey.
Maybe I just really speak it into existence here and get Zaire Hope or Josue Briseño.
Yeah, that's risky.
Really buy into the whole, next year's our year thing.
989-837-6125. It's the Ben Bosscher Show live here on 100.9 The Minute. The show, as always, is brought to you by Breakup Siding and Building Repair. There's a little jersey talk for you. The 11 o'clock hour is brought to you by Yiter Insurance, but I should let you know that you have to support the pride, passion, and tradition of Northwood University athletics. From packed gyms to big plays on the field, the Timberwolves compete with heart every single day. Catch all the action and cheer on Northwood athletics as they continue to build championships in competition, the classroom, and the community.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Breakup Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid. By Breakup Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid.
All right, 989-837-6125. Welcome back in. Let's make sure we know what's going on in the world of everything. Here's Kyle with the news.
The Mits Morning Catch.
Everything, Kyle.
All right, let me go over everything.
Let's go over everything happening.
Okay, let's go over everything. So first off, everything includes the Covenant Healthcare Orthopedics and Sports Medicine injury report. Man, we got some good news for the Raiders fans out there. Ashton Genty, you know, the guy who they essentially brought back to life the other day from practice because of how bad it was. Sounds like he just has a low ankle sprain, and he's probably going to be playing week 1.
Maybe a little dramatic on how,
you know, the
got
guy who they
reported
did
on
a
Sunday.
group prayer for, and they called practice off, and they carted him off the field. Essentially, he died at practice is the way that it went down, and he's just going to be completely fine. And it ruined my whole fantasy league for the whole year.
How much do you put your hand up for accountability that your draft was for sure just too early? With 2 weeks left
I
of
don't set the
preseason?
date.
Well, you need to talk to your commissioner then, because fantasy drafts should be happening like as late as humanly possible. Into
I agree.
The preseason.
Trust me. I agree. I'm with you. It wouldn't have happened if we were doing it later, but it did. And like, I think I might start a rebellion, a boycott, that the guy who got Ashton Genty has to like either give him up or something, because
Is it a waiver league or a
waivers? Yeah.
That's tough.
It should. Maybe he just doesn't count to the league this year. Like he
only
gets
gets-
dropped. He gets dropped and no one can pick him up, kind of thing.
What if only 80% of his points count?
That sounds dumb.
Like he gets like 0.8
Sounds like way too
points
much
for
math.
every 1 point he gets.
Just for him? It
Yeah.
sounds like a lot of calculating to do.
Well, it doesn't make sense to just not take him. I texted you while this was going on. I said, you got to just rip him. If you're in the 5th round, just rip him.
You don't realize what all the phrasing on this was. Everyone was saying,
I
yeah,
lived it in real
he
time.
tore
I
his
remember.
ACL.
All the Twitter doctors.
Well, the Raiders practice would have told you that too. And all the people that were at the Raiders, God, the people that were at the Raiders practice were the worst.
Yeah, that's who you
There's
should
this
be
guy
pissed
from
at.
the Raiders Sports Network who posted a video on Twitter, basically was in tears, crying, telling the fans that Ashton Genty is serious injury. That guy is actually who screwed me over.
Yeah,
Whoever that guy
that's
is.
crazy.
Yeah, we won't be having him as a guest on the show, that's for sure. Okay, other stuff going on in the news. Albert Breer yesterday, that'd be a sick if we had him on our show, but he was on Colin Cowherd's show yesterday, and he had to give Colin one team that will impress most this season and one team that will, what's the opposite, fall apart the most.
Fall short of expectations.
Yeah, and he went to like 25 different teams' training camps, so it was just based off of you visiting training camp. Like, what have you seen the most that team is the best? Lions was his team that will impress the most. So not only do people think they're going to be good, but also the training camp shows that he thinks they're going to be good. In case you're wondering, the Steelers was the team that he thinks is going to fall apart.
Well, okay, that honestly is a good reflection, because I think the Lions do have one of the more intense, like, focused training camps where you're not catching anybody sleeping off or anything like that. Everyone's locked in, trying to get better. Whereas the Steelers camp, I do not like what's coming out of Pittsburgh right now. They're not touching each other in practice, basically. It's all non-contact, all the advanced data, a complete 180 from what it typically is under Tomlin in the AFC North. I'm not going to be surprised when this team gets ran over in the first couple weeks of the season.
Yeah, I'm not either. And I know we're going to have a lot to say once we do our AFC North preview about the Steelers. Other stuff going on in the news. Deshaun Watson talking about the AFC North. Yesterday, of course, he was named the Browns starting quarterback for week 1. Well, he has apologized, Ben. He regrets what he said about the fans.
Yeah, but he literally said in his apology, I didn't expect the reaction to be like that, so I'm sorry. Okay, so if
you're not sorry then. Yeah, you're
not
sorry because people
all.
are mad. And because you were named the quarterback. If he was named the backup, would he have come out and been like, hey, I'm sorry? No, it's because you're the starter. I can't believe, like, the more and more this goes by, I'm like, wow, Deshaun is the starting quarterback.
Mind-blowing that Todd Monken, this has to be an ownership decision, right?
I changed my over-under for the Browns in the sheet. I'll just spoil it right now based off of the decision yesterday. I changed it.
I just can't believe that a front office is willing to ignore, or I guess like a head coach is willing to ignore ownership, front office, fans,
fan base,
media, teammates. Like earlier this offseason, the Browns owners, both of them said we made a big mistake and we're looking to pick up the pieces of that now. And now you're starting that big mistake. It's mind-blowing. That's all I've got. It's mind-blowing that this guy's allowed to be the starter week 1.
I'm with you. We had a trade in the NFL yesterday, too. The Patriots are trading wide receiver Kayshon Boutte to the Texans for a safety Jalen Reed and a late-round draft pick. This comes with, obviously, Jaden Higgins, the Texans receiver, being out for the year. Tank Dell, I don't think, has ever fully recovered from his injury. Nico Collins is on the Texans. I think they have Christian Kirk. No, I don't think they do anymore. He's on the 49ers, actually. So not a lot of receivers in this room for Houston right now, especially if Tank Dell isn't back. So they add Kayshon Boutte.
Yeah, I like this move for Houston.
And obviously with A.J. Brown going to New England, Boutte's role, he was kind of in that role.
Yeah, so his role was going to be kind of a Boutte.
Right, kind of Boutte. That's true. Jared Goff appeared on the Green Light podcast with Chris Long. They went to Lions training camp last week, but it finally came out yesterday. And Goff was talking about Drew Petzing. And one thing that I just thought was very interesting that he kind of credited for Drew Petzing, he said, Drew is not just a tight end guy like everyone phrases him to be. His variability is his best trait. Knowing that they have to spread the ball around to all these different weapons is what best fits this Lions offense. So it sounds like basically all of the evidence that we have of Drew Petzing in Arizona, we shouldn't look at that and be like, that's what the Lions offense is going to be, which I don't think we've been doing, but maybe some Lions fans were all in on a huge Laporta year, even though he's dealing with injury right now. Instead, Petzing is going to shift what he does based off of the personnel, which is what a coordinator should do. So
yeah,
just thought that was pretty cool. The Guardians are back to 500 right now. They've won 5 games in a row with a series opening win yesterday against the LA Angels. Cleveland, of course, has been below 500 since the week that they played the Tigers. It's been some time since they've gotten back into it, and now they are to 500. Couple more things here in the news. We're going to be starting to do some college football stuff as we gear closer and closer. I know none of our teams that we care too much about are playing in week 0. Sacramento State, Eastern Michigan plays week 0, in case you're wondering.
Michigan, once upon a time, not that long ago, was supposed to be playing this weekend.
That was supposed to be week 0?
Yeah.
I just thought they were just supposed to be playing in Germany, and it was week 1 still. But I guess that would make sense.
I think all the overseas games are the week 0
Yeah,
games.
yeah. That would make sense.
There's got to be one overseas.
There is. There's the, I think it's the TCU North Carolina one, right? Isn't that one overseas?
They're sending Bill Belichick to, they are.
Right?
They sent him to Dublin.
That's right. What country's Dublin in?
Ireland. Come on, man.
You're not a big geography guy. I just wanted to double check. Anyways.
I am a big geography guy.
You are.
I used to be able to name all the capitals of every state. I don't know if I can still do
What was the city you just couldn't say last year?
Munich.
Oh, yeah. Munich, you were saying.
Yeah.
That's more of a vocabulary
spelling,
thing than a geography thing.
Yeah.
one of my biggest pet peeves. People don't know geography. It's the world we live in. You literally live in that world, and you don't know anything about where anything is.
Like,
Come on.
what's the most baseline thing that people should know that people don't?
Well, people in the United States, if I point to a state on the map, you should know what state it is.
100%.
A lot of people don't.
Yeah, that's failed school system.
I've been trying to explore more of my international geography.
See, you want to know what a fun exercise is? You have 5 minutes. Write down as many states as you possibly can. And you think getting to 50 wouldn't be that hard?
No, I mean, that's difficult.
Like, expand the time to 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
You're just going to forget.
You will get to 48, and then you will go, like, your mind will implode.
Well, yeah, because it's not like naming every NFL team where I can just go through the divisions.
Correct.
There's no divisions. I mean, I can try to go, like,
Regionally.
west to east or something, but
You'll forget to. It's so fun.
I think we've done that before. I'm
Sounds
pretty
about
sure.
right.
I think we did that in here before.
I do it like once a year with myself.
Maybe I'll try it out. Anyways, so how did we get to this? College football, I think, is what we were talking about.
Dublin.
That's right. Anyways, Josh Pate, who, of course, is a big college football personality, he gave out his SEC record predictions. And funny enough, SEC gets a lot of love. He's got no SEC team with 11 wins. Georgia, Texas, Alabama at 10-2. Those are the 3 best teams in the SEC. But this is, I think, the funniest part. 7 teams in the SEC are 9-win teams.
Yep, there it is.
7 of them. With Oklahoma, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, LSU all being 9-3. Somebody did the math on this, and essentially it says that based off of, if you just do the conference record with these predictions from him, there's only going to be 3 non-conference losses in the entire SEC all season. Based off
that makes sense. None of these teams
prediction.
schedule anybody
3?
tough.
I mean, Arkansas will lose to like a group of 5. One of these teams will lose to a group of 5 school. Happens every year. It'll be one of the bad ones.
That'll be one of the 3.
I guess so.
989-837-6125. This is the Ben Bosscher Show live here on 100.9 The Mitt. If you've got boring floors or a sad shower, Premier Tile and Stone is here to rescue your surfaces from the snooze zone. These folks, they turn tile into art. I'm talking kitchens, bathrooms, backsplashes, fireplaces. If it holds still, they'll tile it beautifully. Locally owned in Midland, but their work looks like it belongs in a magazine that charges $15 an issue. Giant selection of fancy stuff like porcelain, ceramic, natural stone, materials you probably can't even pronounce, but you're going to love them. Stop dreaming, start scheming, visit the showroom, and let your inner interior designer run wild. That's Premier Tile and Stone, where your floors get fabulous and grout gets glorious.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
All right, welcome back in. We got 3 traditions to close out every single show. The first of which, we're trying to make a little bit of money. I call it the lock of the day.
Lock of the day.
You better lock it up. No, you lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up.
Here we go. We picked up a win yesterday by saying the Yurfie was going to happen. Yes, runs in the first inning.
Yurfie.
And we ended up getting a hit there yesterday because Framber Valdez, that's just what he does. He just gives up runs in the first inning. This is kind of his thing.
He's kind of the Yurfie king.
He's the Yurfie goat, actually.
Yeah. We gotta remember that. Put that in the lock of the day, like safe.
Yeah.
Just kind of an easy lock.
Lock it in. I mean, if only we would have known this early on in the year, we would have been rich by this point in the season. So we picked up a win, started out with a win yesterday. Today, I'm going to a same bet I've failed on 3 times already this year. It is Jackson Jobe to have over.
Yikes.
On his strikeouts. But today, his over-under is only 3.5 instead of 4.5. The first 3 starts he's had, we've taken his over at 4.5. This time, they dropped it a strikeout to 3.5. It's plus 100. His first 3 starts, he's gone 4 strikeouts, 3 strikeouts. Tampa Bay is also the number 1 team in the league in terms of not striking out.
This is the best lineup he's faced yet.
They only do it 7 times per game. I mean, it's 3.5, man. It's 3.5. Come on. I'm going to keep doing this until it hits 1.
Let's rephrase here. How many strikeouts do you think Framber Valdez got yesterday?
0.
0.
Yeah.
In 6 innings. 0.
He's also not a strikeouts guy.
So?
Neither Jackson
Not
Jobe?
a strikeouts guy gets more than 0.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to fade this, but it feels like fading is just the move.
I just feel like you'll
they
never
struck out
see
3
this
times
number.
as a team yesterday, and 2 of them were from one guy at the bottom of the lineup.
I just feel like you will never see a number this low for a guy like Jackson Jobe. Ever.
Agreed.
Which is why I feel like I just have to take advantage of it and hope that, okay, he finally has a day where he strikes out a decent amount of hitters. And yes, Tampa's extremely disciplined. Have they met Jackson Jobe's 99-mile-per-hour fastball, though? No. Has he not gotten 5 strikeouts at all this year? No. But he doesn't need to get 5. He only needs to get 4.
John, do I tail or fade?
He's got his AirPods in.
Come on, John. Tail or fade? All right, I'm fading.
Of course. Of course. All right, that's our lock of the day.
Lock of the day.
You better lock it up. No, you lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up.
See, that just helped you out because John is typically wrong.
When it comes to betting,
Yeah.
Let's go to our game of the day.
Game of the day.
Let's look at the baseball schedule here today. See what we've got going on. A bunch of series starting out here on a Tuesday. Got Tampa and Detroit. We've got Houston and New York. Not bad. Ooh, the nationally televised game tonight is the Dodgers and the Braves. That is a good one. That is a good one, Kyle.
What's the pitching matchup?
The pitching matchup is Tyler Glasnow versus Bryce Elder.
Oh, Glasnow.
That's pretty good.
Is this Glasnow's first game back?
Is it?
I could be completely wrong, but I don't remember him being back yet.
No, he's pitched already. Wait. Is that not true?
Just go to his game log, man.
That's what I'm doing.
Looking at right. This is his first game back. Yeah, Tyler Glasnow's return.
Yeah. Nice, man. So yeah, that's for sure our game of the day then. Let me make sure there's nothing going on in the W because that has just become like
Angel Reese broke the single game rebounding record yesterday.
Is that right?
26 of them things.
Woo! She's the Andre
on some
Drummond.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
She is the Andre Drummond of that league. Just rebound machine.
But like better than Drummond was though, right? Like Reese is better in the WNBA than Drummond was in the NBA.
Is Angel Reese a 2-time All-Star?
I think she's like more than that.
This is only her 3rd year, isn't it?
I think she's been an All-Star every year of her career.
Oh, then yeah, she's just better than she's Drummond with aura.
Sure.
Drummond without shoulder hair.
Okay.
Shoulder. Drummond had some hairy shoulders, man. Yeah, the Fever don't play today, so I'm good. I'm fine with that. Let's go Dodgers Braves as our game of the day.
Game of the day.
I got 2 words for you. Steve Nash and Chris Paul. Must-see TV.
Okay. Let's do the last tradition that we have. It is our predicting what Colin Cowherd is going to open up his show with.
Right, because we're not scoreboard watching anymore.
Correct. No more scoreboard watching. The Tigers are, you have to, what do we say? You have to be within 2.5.
We got to be within 3 games.
Got to be within 3 games to even care about what else is going on across the league in terms of watching scores. So Tigers 4 out right now. Not going to be scoreboard watching until then. Let us do Colin Cowherd. What do we think he's going to open up his show with? Anybody get a point yesterday?
I did.
Got another one?
Deshaun Watson and the Browns. So I got 2 in a row now. We were tied at 68 for like 2 weeks in a row, and then now I got 2 straight. 70-68 is the score. I have the lead. First person to 70. Your turn to go first today.
Dude, it might be Deshaun Watson again.
I know. I mean, it's probably what I would pick.
Or are you doing reverse psychology to make me pick
I'm
something
saying
else?
I would have picked that if it was me.
There's one other thing that it easily could be, though.
Yeah? Am I missing something? Is it LeBron and the PGA Tour to bring exclusive event to Akron in 2027?
I'll run it back with the Browns.
What am I missing? Is it this whole like college football eligibility thing?
Yeah.
I mean, I just feel like Colin could care less about that. I mean, his whole take is that college football is at the best spot it's ever been in. So anything that is like talking bad about college football, he never really seems to do.
Well, maybe he'll.
It's probably still the next best pick. I just have to think, is there a different NFL topic like these jerseys to go with? Here's actually what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I think he goes to the 49ers again.
Oh.
The 49ers season couldn't have gotten worse. Oh, all these injuries, and now their owner is doing this?
Yeah,
now their owner's doing
jail.
what? Yeah.
49ers lead. All right.
But the college stuff is probably still pretty good.
Yeah, I think that still is something that could happen today. Who knows? Maybe he does like Kayshon Boutte going to the Texans. Probably not, though.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Probably not. All right, that's pretty much going to do it for us today. Appreciate everybody for listening today. We'll be back tomorrow, hopefully talking about a Tigers win, or the Lions will give us something a little bit more fun to talk about, because this Tigers team is starting to really get on my nerves.
Big win Wednesday tomorrow. A big one, too.
Big win Wednesday. So originally what our ads are playing right now is letting everyone know we're buying tickets for Saturday's game, because that was supposed to be the Tarek Skubal start, Tigers versus Dodgers. He has since been moved to Friday, so we are going to try to get those tickets switched to Friday's game for the giveaway, because that is when Tarek Skubal is potentially starting, because it keeps getting switched up. So
they're just trying to – he's going to end up not pitching, is he?
Oh, that'd be so bad.
They're ducking.
They are ducking. Anyway, that's going to do it for us today. We appreciate you for tuning in. Follow us on Facebook to stay up to date on all the latest stats, stories, news, information. You can see the difference between the Lions and Panthers jerseys, or the lack thereof difference on those two fronts. And then YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Stay up to date on all the latest exclusive video content as well. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Subscribe on YouTube. Live at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Kicking off the show. See ya.
The Ben Bosscher